Hold on 1 second. Hello there. Welcome back to Barely D&D. This is a Sword of Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Welcome back to shenanigans, chaos, and entropy, I will say. We're going in all directions, but none at all. And back to lead us in that path is our ever faithful DM, Zachary James Patton. Woo!
Hey, there's my full legal name. So, I was thinking the other day about how you're the only person in my life who calls me Zachary, and I really like it. Because I think my whole life I've said I don't care if people use Zach or Zachary. But I've gotten to the point in my life where I've gone almost 30 years with no one calling me Zachary. So when people call me Zachary, it's off-putting, but you've always called me Zachary. And so in that way, I really like it. Because from you, it feels... Maya, are you okay? Maya, are you okay, baby?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Maya. You're all right. She fell off
The fridge?
The fridge?
That's what I heard him say. She fell off.
Oh,
she's okay.
no.
She fell off the fridge.
Okay.
She's all right. She's had some...
You need to take
First
another
of all-
moment here. You can, if you take another.
Yeah,
like,
if you
go
need
No,
back
it's
a little
okay.
bit, Zach.
She's really okay. I gave her to Hoffa.
Okay.
She's all right.
Okay.
First of all, she's a little thick, and I'm down with the thickness. So it's okay. There's more of her to love. But also, she's had a couple seizures, and she's just a little less graceful than she used to be. And so she just fell. But she's okay. She's okay.
Okay.
That was a bizarre segue.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I don't even know.
I would love
What were we talking
if
about?
she could.
What?
Everyone knows episode 2.
Oh no.
Hey, Micah, same. Yeah. Skagoober.
Big goober.
Could we get VTuber to do the intro, actually?
A VTube?
No.
I don't
No.
like this. Scares me.
What's a VTuber? No, I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Spagoober. I want
Exactly.
spagoober.
Skaboober will be the DM NPC.
Goober.
Skaboober it is.
Ain't no way.
Okay, who's first for the letter question? Have we asked the letter question?
Yeah, the letter question
Yeah,
is
the
if your
knitting.
character was to knit something, what would they knit?
We didn't say it once the
Yeah.
recording was on, guys.
Well, I just said it.
I know you did. I'm sorry. I know.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
Well, I
Becky,
hate
cheated.
that. You don't get
If
an
your character could
opinion,
knit
you're
something,
the
what would they do?
DM.
Greta.
She would knit a sock, but she would knit very, 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 very many socks.
Okay.
So many socks that everybody
many
that she
socks.
knows would be like, okay, you've given me like 3 pairs. I think I'm good. Thank you, actually. It's like when you have tomatoes and then all of a sudden your tomatoes are like the god of tomatoes and you just have so many tomatoes on your vine and
Greta,
you just
god
can't
of
get rid of
socks.
them. You're like, I would like to give away some tomatoes, and everybody that you know is like, that's okay, we're good on tomatoes. That's Greta with socks that she's knit.
Greta is the god of socks.
The god of socks.
That's Greta's end game.
That would be,
At level 20, she becomes minor deity of socks.
yeah, dude. Rock and roll.
All right. Get him, Micah.
Let's see, Micah.
That was kind of a dance move. What's Craig
That was
knitting?
my intro. Yes, that was my intro to my answer.
What's Craig
I think he would make decorative sword sheets, like covers.
Love it.
Like
That's
he would
cool.
decorate, like he would knit up like decorative, like flowers and stuff, like flower
Micah,
patterns.
that's actually
Like
an awesome answer, and I really love that.
yeah, or like
a wrapping you could put
fake-
on the outside of your leather sword sheath.
yeah, or even like fake armored like covers to go over like metal armor.
That's actually really, really cute. I kind of love that. What would Ro knit? And then Bazz.
Bazz, if you know, go. I'm trying to think.
Oz would knit a little sweater for his little dragon familiar.
Oh, that's so cute.
I'd like to see Maya in a
Um,
sweater.
Ro, I think she would knit fingerless gloves.
But why? But why?
Why? Because
Play
she
guitar.
can keep
But
her hands
why?
warm while still playing the lute.
Okay. I wish I had
And
that.
for casters, she would knit them for everyone because then all the casters could zap things out of their fingers without messing up their gloves.
That's
But
really
keep their
cute.
hands
I like
warm.
I feel like they make gloves for casters, like they make gloves for
Okay.
iPhones that have like the finger that like works on the screen. You know what I mean? Like,
But she would want to knit them for everyone, and everyone would have a different color, and like she'd be like, "Steve,
I know what
we're
Bazz
the
would knit.
glove
He
people."
would knit fingers for the fingerless gloves for the
Oh
people
my
who
god!
wanted
Of
fingers.
course he would.
That's what he would do for anybody who wanted them, just for as a request. He would do it.
Well, show me, huh?
Of course.
Whoa, baby! Sorry, Hoffa caught the scorpion. Hoffa, that's so cool. You finally
I
got it,
hate
baby. Good job.
scorpions. I hate.
Well,
scorpions.
she didn't catch a real one.
Well, I love scorpions, but in the game, she...
Not in Animal Crossing. I mean, like if you do, they get you. They're hard.
Oh, you mean you hate them in Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
So.
Does anyone play Balatro?
No, but I've heard about it.
Okay.
The people on my podcast play it.
Oh,
So
I am in your podcast. You're
That
talking about
was-
me?
Abby.
no.
Abby.
My other podcast.
You have a second podcast? You're cheating on us with another podcast?
No, it's the podcast that I watch every single.
Podcasting for
Oh, a podcast you watch. Not
Well,
one you
I
record.
Well, it's my
I dabble
podcast.
in other podcasts.
Skaboober would knit. Skaboober would knit personalized sweaters for each of you, laboriously over months and years. But Skaboober, Skaboober's alternative evil twin in another dimension, would
Why
knit.
is he evil? Why can't he just be a little?
A little guy.
Did
He's
I-
bad.
Stutter? Skaboober's evil. Sorry, Abby. I'm sorry.
We're all being really sassy to each other tonight, and I kind of love
Skaboober,
it.
Skaboober's evil twin, would knit also nice sweaters for you, but sweaters that were slightly loose. And
I like a loose
Fine,
sweater.
loose.
hold on,
I like.
hold on. There would be specific points in the sweater that were weak points that could unravel easily and catastrophically.
Rude.
And with one
Evil.
wrong move in combat where you thought your sweater was keeping you nice and warm, it would tangle you up and mildly inconvenience you.
Evil.
You see
Evilness.
Mean Girls? Do you remember that one scene in Mean Girls?
Meme girls or mean girls?
Mean Girls.
Meme
Which
Girls
me-
is what
with the
Regina
shirts?
George is in. Meme Girls
With
is
the
what
shirts?
Skaboober is.
Your meme girl? Your Mean Girls, the musical, or my Mean Girls from my era?
We
Your
watched
era.
the same Mean Girls. Jackie,
We watched the
that's
same-
our Mean Girls.
Jackie was
Don't
really over
act
here being like,
old.
my
You're
Star Wars
not
or your
old.
Star Wars.
Oh, you
You're
like
literally
Mean
not
Girls?
old.
Name two girls.
Out last year. That's not our Mean Girls. We did not. I don't have anything against that Mean Girls, but like we have the same Mean Girls. Just saying.
So anyways,
Jackie was
that
really just
one
like,
I
my,
love
scene
you.
with the
my face and
shirts.
Ferber yours.
That one scene with the shirts, Spiboober. That's what would happen to the shirts, to the sweaters. It would unravel. Yeah.
I understand.
Well, Jackie, do you understand? It might be from her Mean Girls.
I
So,
don't know if I
nerds,
understand.
the note-taking nerds
Okay.
with a very specific session 2 energy. This is episode 147 of the Accidental Adventures. I'll give you guys a second for the people writing titles. Also, Dyson notes for those people. Level 13 adventure, 3488 PB. Are you guys fine saying it's the next day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
Okay.
I already
Let's
wrote
get
it on
on
my
the 20
sheet and
second.
pen.
What?
But that's fine. No,
Okay.
I just changed it. It's fine.
It's the 22nd. That makes it Natem, second day of the week, NATM. And this is episode 147 of the Accidental Adventures, served cold.
Oh.
Like ice cream.
No.
Or revenge.
Served
Oh,
cold
no.
like dead body.
Like a good potato salad.
State Farm,
State Farm is there.
Oh my goodness, Michael, we're relatives. Look at that, we're cousins.
It's like we're cousins.
But I like to think of it like you're my cousin's sister, so to me, you're a clister. Landon, what's the sisters that we do?
Sisters.
Sisters. I
By the way,
and I have a cluster.
I have a quote, an out of episode quote for Abby that I must share with everybody.
Yes, please.
During the break, she said, and I quote, "I will not let the sun go down on my piss." And that just speaks to me. And I hope it speaks to you too, sisters everywhere.
We don't
Sisters everywhere.
This is definitely second episode energy.
Yes, very episode 2 energy. As you all travel forward, would you like a series of days to have gone by, or one, or how do you guys want to?
I think just one, because we do have like a deadline that we don't know if we're gonna fulfill, but maybe we will.
Yeah, we probably want to save time if we can.
Okay, on the 22nd, many normal events have passed by. Could everyone roll a d20 for me?
I would love to.
Greta, your hit point maximum has returned to its former total.
Do we add anything?
You're rolling.
I got a 17.
I got a 10.
Got a 1.
Aww.
I don't like this
Greta?
laughing. Oh.
You once again have another horrible dream with the voice of Karkrin speaking over you, haunting you. That's 13 plus 6. Your hit point maximum is reduced by 19. And you once again, so it went back up to its total. Now it's down 19 again.
Wow. I'm really
And-
feeling bad.
You once again have a foreboding fear of the near presence of ocean water. And yeah, you feel terrible. This feeling is persisting for you. You had another horrible nightmare. This one was different. This one was sort of cataclysmic firestorms over Yellowburn's earthen surface. And once again, that horrible voice said, "I see you." So the Lord of Change is clearly not pleased with you. What is everyone doing on this day, the 22nd? Not him. And I will put on some music.
Well, I'm tired.
Go ahead.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's
So-
too dang bad.
Thank you,
I'm
Landon.
gonna get. I'm gonna sit near Craig, just like kind of casually go over to Craig and just kind of like whatever he's doing. I'm gonna like kind of stand next to him, but like with my back a little turned, and I'm like gonna look out at the ocean. Okay, then I'm gonna look at the sky because the ocean makes me sick today. And I'm just gonna like put my hand in one of the pockets of my cloak, not my cloak of holding. I'm just gonna think of Orb while standing next to Craig, just like looking at the sky, looking at the boat, not looking at the water.
Okay.
Oh, I looked at the water. Now my tummy hurts.
Greta, there's a little weight in your pocket, and you hear a voice say,
Okay, and then I really quickly walk away from Craig.
"All right."
So good talk.
Did you just fart? Did you just fart and walk away? Did you
Yeah, sorry, Craig.
That's so genius. And then he goes away to do the same thing. He goes and does that to Tello. Anyways, go on.
Like I'm gonna keep that one.
Greta,
That's a
as
good
you're
one.
walking away, you just hear Tello go, "Oh, God, Craig, Craig,
Craig walks away really
we have the
quick.
same breakfast. How is that possible?" And Micah, take inspiration because that was really fun. So, Greta, you have the orb in your pocket.
I speak to the orb in my mind, and I say, "Hey, old buddy."
Hello, bestie.
Hello, bestie. And I relay my nightmare to him. I say, "This is the second night that this has happened to me. I don't know. Just do you know what's going on? Do you have any
Yes,
advice or counsel for
sorry.
me?"
I spoke to you all about the likely greater cost you would feel this time around. I believe as the hour for the Dogma Dawn grows nearer, they are more motivated. You have drawn their ire. They are deeply opposed to me and your allyship, especially given your previous success poses what they feel a significant threat to their endeavors, no matter how much I insist that I don't care. I believe now you have succeeded in drawing the ire, not only of their members, but of their god. I apologize. I imagine this will be a meaningful impediment for you. You should be very wary.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you have any...
You'd be moved to believe that this is the same danger that eventually caught up with Ravina.
Oh.
I have spoken in the past of how she was in my service, and how it was the cult who eventually took her. This is information I have shared, but I imagine after she successfully served me once, she earned Cargren's ire. Be very careful.
Yes,
I might be unimpressed by their members, but the young god is nothing to be trifled with.
Yeah, I've learned. You mentioned the day of the dogma, or the hour of...
They call themselves
hour.
the Dogma Dawn. What I mean to say is that Harkran's demi-deity has been partial for quite some time, but he is readily approaching the power of being true god, even if a lesser being. A lesser deity, I imagine you are familiar with such terminology.
Yes.
One present here, behind your maker's veil. That is a power few in Yellowbrin could reckon with.
Yeah. Do you know... I mean... They're planning on coming for more than just the sea. Am I correct in...
Come for everything.
Do you know if they're in alliance with anyone, or is it just them?
No. They have set themselves against all the world. This is the one resource you would have, that they would be opposing all living beings. Harkran has cut his work out for himself, but he would be of a level truly difficult to oppose. But understand every moment he takes, every nascent hour, is a resource. Another day that he can build and grow his power. Waiting is his benefit. And so know that it is not power or confidence that drives his fervor. It is fear. There is none here in this plane, none alive, who is more in danger than him. Should the Hate King find his will in this realm, Kargern would be first to be hunted. And the young god is mighty, but the Hate King is the god predator.
Yes.
The god killer. The god that eats gods.
Why is he after Karkren? Or why would he be after Karkren? They seem
Greta,
to have similar goals.
You know well enough. You know this question from what you have learned previously. Zorgrim hates the gods. He is against all deity.
Yeah.
He only ascended to deity to destroy deity. So he hates all gods. He believes that all deific authority and power is wrong.
Why specifically Karkren? Why not the other gods? Is it just because Karkren is...
He's after all of them. You
the
know
most
that.
vulnerable?
He's after all.
Okay. So, if we don't defeat the Hate King, he solves our Karkren problem but destroys everything else. And if we do stop the Hate King, we have a Karkin problem who also wants to destroy everything else.
Yes. One is far preferable to the other.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, I guess I'd rather have evil god than no god.
He is. Cardred is a power difficult to describe. There would be few on this plane suitable to oppose him. But a force could be mustered. Your hope against the Hate King is to bar him from this realm.
Yeah.
Once that door is open, well, I have told you why I am leaving.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. I like you all. And I'm counting on you. The hour grows dire. I do not mean to rush, but when you can, please.
How many eyes left?
Few. I see Gretta. I see the long, dark night.
And Gretta, as you speak with Old, you very briefly become unaware of the ocean that you're. I assume this is kind of like those phone conversations where like you walk as you talk because you can't help it. And as you're walking around the boat, kind of trimming the rail, you suddenly become unaware of the ocean. And your vision sort of like melts. And you see instead, like all of a sudden you quit seeing what you're seeing. And you start seeing so much. You start seeing all around the world all at once. You start seeing other planes, other places. And it's like overwhelming. You kind of like can't, it like hurts and it's confusing. It's too much for you to process. And Old's voice just continues and says,
I see it. I see him. I do more every day.
And Greta, you take a point of psychic damage as everything's kind of overwhelming you a little bit. And his voice continues, starting to kind of tremble a little bit, and says,
I see him.
And all of a sudden, Greta, there's just sort of like this like flash in your mind of this horrible realm for which you have no reference except perhaps what Bazz has described before, of just sort of like barren, destroyed land just flashes in your brain, and it's nothing but just like ruined, horrible, ripped red earth with a black, horrible sky. Part of the entire wall of a horizon feels like it's ripped open to cosmos behind, and obsidian beings just trudge through the ruined landscape, and it's just a flash in your mind, and you take another 3 points of psychic damage. And Old's voice just continues and says,
I am starting to struggle some days to see anything but him.
And there's another flash in your mind, and now you just see like just an instant of an ancient city at incomprehensible scale, like the one from your vision from the Omniveritas in the Students of Ion's temple. You see like another similar temple, possibly one of the Elder Age, and there's just this ravenous war in it, and it's like blood in the streets, and then just another flash, and he just says,
I fear the day when hate falls.
And then there's sort of like another like couple blinks, and you're back on the ship, and you can see everything again. And where you are, like a couple people are looking at you kind of confused. Your nose feels a little wet, and you wipe a little blood away. And Old just says,
I'm sorry. Please. My eye. I don't wish to see that anymore.
And the weight is not in your pocket.
I reach out in my head. Is he gone?
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Zach.
I
just
go ahead,
I
Micah.
have a question. I have a question as a player. Like, why is the Karkrin so against old? Or why is the Karkin so against us if we're trying to stop Swordcombe?
I don't think he
You know what I mean?
I don't think they know.
What were y'all's answers? Do I need to say something else to Micah, or do you get it, Micah? What happened?
I feel like I don't know. The only thing that I can think of is that he just doesn't know,
Yeah, that's what I was
or
thinking.
that he's too afraid. You know?
Yeah.
Got it. Go on with y'all's thing.
I go up to Craig and I relate the conversation to Craig. And I just explain like the pain in Old's voice and the pain that I got just from seeing flashes of it. I say, I wonder how hard it would be to go back to the wellspring and take Old and drop them off. I wonder if that's a worthwhile detour.
Our adventure out there was so consuming.
Yeah.
I wish that there was another way, or if there was a better way to go about it.
I mean, Landon's got his tree stride, but I doubt that you can just tree stride into the westwood.
It seems like he's scared. I gotcha. Old seems like he's scared. I hate that. And it's like whenever you were little and you saw your mom and dad get scared, it scared you even more because they're adults and they're supposed to know how to do that. And so I think it kind of does put a little bit of fear in me. A little sobering to see him get scared or to feel not at ease. If y'all, I feel completely motivated to go do that, but if there's something that's more of a priority, we should do that. But I would love to get Old his eyes back.
Yeah.
Let's talk to the other party's members.
I relay my dream and my conversation with Old and Craig and I's thoughts to the party.
That's so scary. Zach, that's so scary.
I think we shouldn't do that after Lashla.
We shouldn't or should?
If we're gonna do that, I think it should be after Lashla. I feel like if we have to do that this month, are we still trying to do that this month, or are we just like when it happens, but it's not gonna be this month?
I don't know, Balls.
Well, if it's not going to be this month, we should reach out to
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Okay, if it starts to get closer and we know it's not going to be this month,
okay,
then we can do that. But yeah. I think that whenever that happens, this should happen after it. And I think honestly, Greta, I'm not sure about this, but I think your dreams will get better when we're no longer on the ship.
I hope so. But I worry for the safety of the crew.
If wherever the seed goes, that's where they go. I mean, maybe they'll have a way to track the ship. I mean, I don't know. It's the ocean. It's going to be dangerous, but...
Why do you think...
They've only attacked when we've been here. So I don't know.
Why do you think we should take the far seat after we fight Lashla?
I just feel like we have more pressing things to do.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't there a teleport circle? Couldn't we just teleport back there?
Yeah, I
the
mean,
temple.
I
The
could
temple.
teleport us to the
You all
temple.
could get back to the
in
Westwood very
Westwood.
easily. You could return to that temple of the old ones, and you could return to the edge of the Westwood with Tree Stride. The issue would just be that you are aware that there is an adjurative quality to the Westwood, and you would need to navigate that again. The Westwood seems to let you in when it wants to let you in.
Yeah.
So.
So we may be stuck there for a while.
Yeah. And we wouldn't know how much time was passing.
That's the thing. Yeah.
I'm so.
So what does that party did?
It was just so silent for a minute.
Yeah,
I was so scared.
Micah left. It was so quiet.
Micah went.
Oh, this is awkward.
Oh, I was gonna say that today, before all that went down with gold, I was gonna say that today Ro put up the mansion in the ship.
All right, the mansion has been cast and is available, and we can say that that's where the party is, if you all like. Discord has crashed for Micah. She's trying to kick it up again.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
I think we should just make a list and then choose one direction to go. So we have one. We start cooking up a plan to go fight Lashla, right? That's one of them. I heard the Count tossed out. What are some other leads?
Ro summons a
take
slate
old.
and starts writing it on the slate.
What spell are you using for that?
I'm in the mansion, so I can
Oh,
summon
excuse
anything.
me. Yes, sorry.
I'm
Yes,
the DM
absolutely.
now.
Look at me. I am the DM now. Ro, inside of the mansion, you just a slate is just in your hand, and you are carving on it as you speak.
I have it propped up on the table. Think of a chalkboard when you're writing down ideas, but it's like a slate.
To buy Lashla. And that's the only thing I can do. I mean, I don't want to do that, but all the other options are really more yucky.
Okay, so fight Lashla. Figure out as Rose trying to carve this really fast into the slate. Figure out that hag nonsense.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Go track down the Count.
Count. I'm just gonna write count, you guys. This is a little difficult. Okay, kill Miskor, I guess. If that was not part of the hag nonsense.
Take old to...
Take old.
Wellspring.
Take
Or go on vacation. No. Shopping episode.
All good, Mike.
And
Well,
Micah.
since we've been to the Opalescent.
Micah, we just made a
Did you
list
say
of
it's been a
stuff to
while?
do. What we have so far is 1, go fight Lashla, go fight the Count, go fight the Coven Crown and get the Black Stone, fight Miskor, take Old to the Wellspring, or go on vacation.
I don't...
Tell us
are-
looking as if he goes, it's an attractive option.
It is an attractive
Are you
option.
all seeing me with a 10? It's good.
Yeah,
I
with
A
your
what?
golden
would-
freckles and all. Oh, yeah. I feel like when we met you, you were more.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
true but hurtful.
He's saying you're ugly
No,
now,
I-
Kelly.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
not. I'm just saying
No,
we
no,
don't
it's
like get
fine.
to lay out as much anymore. We have all of our armor on. We don't get to just lay out in the sun like we used to.
What is the adventure's equivalent of a farmer's tan?
Yeah, I
Because I
know.
bet we have
And
those.
Tello fully stomps his foot and goes, and it looks hideous.
He goes back to his
Tell
room.
we'll have to. Don't worry. I'll knit you. The first thing that I would knit
It's fine,
is
I'm
a
curious.
cover the reverse.
Knit
The,
you.
the cover so you can undo your adventures. tan.
No. Let's kill Lashla or something. Who cares about Tello's tan?
How I feel.
Or go on vacation.
I do kind of need to do some shopping.
I think it would be
Okay, I'm adding go shopping to the list.
Okay. I think we should
All right.
either go to the wellspring, or we should make a plan on fighting Washla.
Why are we having such a hard time with
I don't
Those
know.
are my top
Should
two.
have named this episode 147 Decisions.
This is what happens when all of the choices that make sense narratively are fighting people. It's really scary.
Top two.
not
What's your
to-
top two?
Not to open a
could-
can of worms, but what would be the plan if we were to deal with the hag nonsense?
Oh goodness
We could
gracious.
replace fight to just do like make peace with. We could try to go
Yeah,
make
I
peace
like
with
that
We've
Washla.
tried that. It doesn't work
Make
very
peace
often.
with the count. Make
thought
peace
of a
with the Coven
blanket.
Crown. Make peace with me score.
We tried blanket.
Take old to the wellspring, go on vacation, go shopping. That sounds like
Make
a better
peace with
selection.
shopping.
While we're at it, let's just make peace with the
Two.
Kevs Zorgrim, huh?
Sounds
Hey.
good.
Two.
Finish it. Call it a day's
There-
work.
They're not that bad, honestly.
Yeah. Let's send the box to someone else.
Could we
Then
send
they
the
can
box
deal with
to
the count.
Washla?
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Let's send the box to Loshla.
Just
Teleport
that
in,
suggestion,
drop the
all
box
romantic
in her
smiles,
bedroom.
and then silence was wild.
Let's teleport in, drop the box in her bedroom, teleport out.
In her bedroom.
Washla's
Yeah.
like planning something. Rose just like ha, ha, puts the box down.
While she's sleeping. While she's
I
sleeping.
could wait. I could disguise myself as Biscuit so she trusts to open it.
Sorry.
Why would
That was a
Biscuit be in her
perfectly valid
bedroom?
solution. I was laughing for no reason at all. That was a good plan.
Please
Thank you,
him.
Micah. That was a huge one. Oh, dab on a Mickle.
No.
No, I killed
Okay.
her.
Oh no, Micah's soul left her body. She's out. She jickled the pickle. Mickle jickled the pickle.
What if we just threw? What if we just?
Let's just throw spaghetti at a wall
Wow.
and see what
The
happens.
party is
It's a waste of.
stuck. The party is stuck, y'all.
We need a vacation.
They made it pretty far in the campaign, but they just never made a decision, and everyone died.
This is where it is.
They made it to level
That's
13,
so
but they got
sad.
stuck.
It went
Yeah,
out
they
with a
defeated the
whimper,
Kefkin
not a
general, but
wave.
eventually they had to
I
make a
think-
choice. And
I think Bazz
Daniel
notices the stalemate, and so he just kind of slips away during the commotion.
Where do you
And he
sleep?
goes to go hang out with Bilfrey and Ploff wherever they're at.
okay, Bilfrey and Ploff are in the training room. They are halfway through a pretty intense exercise. They've been fighting in the training room with the dummies and with each other for like an hour. And when you get in there, they're heaving and sweating and drinking water after a break. And as you walk in, they both just they give you in unison just like the subdued nods.
I asked them for help on how to like use Phantom better, because even though it is like it is like a incorporeal blade, it's still a sword, and there's like fundamentals with using a sword. Bazz is proficient with them, but he hasn't used them in a long time, so we asked them for help on like stances and like motions and stuff like
Landon, I
that.
love that. Bazz, as you work through sword practice, Bilfrey's pretty exhausted, and Ploff is the one who takes you through the steps. And she goes, after just a couple practice throughs, she says, Bazz, quite frankly, you're at a level of ability I don't comprehend, but your main issue is your feet. You're so
Oh,
powerful.
really?
You're so used to all your magics and all your spells. You don't use your body rightly. Your stance is wrong. That's your main issue.
Okay.
You need to spread your feet. Remember, you're always fighting from your feet. Whatever your hands do, your feet have to do first. And
Okay.
she just runs you through, like, you think there's going to be all this sparring, and she's just running you through like 5 or 6 drills again and again and again. She says, establish your feet, plant your footwork, and that'll get a lot better for you.
Okay.
Where'd you
Bazz
find a
takes
sword
seat.
like that?
In a hole in the ground.
I should have known.
Yeah. Find the right hole, you'll find the right sword.
I like you, Buzz. You're fun.
Thanks, I like you too.
What are you all headed to next?
Honestly, I don't know. It's a little stressful, I think. There's some tough choices that have to be made. And I think it's a little scary. I think that there's a lot of risk. You know, every time we've had to make a choice this far, there's been some level of certainty or confidence about what we're walking into. And I think we've gotten to the point where nothing's really certain, if that makes sense.
Ploff and Bilfrey are both covered in sweat from hours of working out. And Bilfrey's just kind of like laying on his back at the middle of the fighting pit, just drinking water every once in a while. You guys are good 30 or 40 feet away, and Ploff takes a couple steps toward you. You're very tall, so you guys are about the same height. I think she's like maybe an inch off of you, but she just leans into you a little bit and says, not like whispering, but more quietly. You know, Buzz, Belfry and I have had a hard life. And if I'm being really honest, I'd say that sometimes I think we've got it harder than the vast majority of folks. I bet we have. I bet on the whole, our lives are harder than yours. All across it. But as of late, sometimes I find myself thinking, I'm glad I'm not you. I'm sorry for that. The boat y'all are in, pardon the pun, is, seems awful. I'm sorry. I can't. Sometimes I look at what you're going through, and I think to myself, I'm glad all I have to do is fight somebody to the death every so often. Because I can't imagine making your choices. I don't pretend to understand it. Bilfrey and I, we just wield swords. I wouldn't want what's on your plight.
Well, thank you.
I mean, we have to be brave, but Bilfrey and I aren't scared of dying. You know, it's not that hard. You all say guard the boat, we guard the boat. Craig says get the orb, we dive in. But you all gotta make these choices. I think I understand vaguely what you all are doing, and then I get a little snippet of it and I think, no, I don't even begin to understand. I don't know what I'm saying. I never talked this long.
I don't know if anyone said it yet, but genuinely thank you guys so much. Thank you.
She just puts a hand on your shoulder and she just nods.
I want to say this. I want to say,
all right.
It could have gone a million different ways, you know, on the fight on the ship. But I'll tell you right now, it would have been 10 times worse if you had not jumped into the ocean on just a word from Craig. And I was baffled at how awesome you guys are. It would have gone so much differently if we hadn't gotten that orb back, and you, like, y'all the whole fight pivoted on that moment. Like, everything would have been a loss if we hadn't have gotten that back, and that's because of y'all. So thank you.
She just holds your gaze for a moment, holding your shoulder. She lets go and she just says, "We're crew, Buzz. You've given us something we didn't have before. Bilfrey and I have one thing. Each other. But now..." And she kind of looks away from you. You watch as her eyes get just very slightly misty, and she just quits making eye contact with you, and she says, "Now we have two things. So, yeah, you've earned our loyalty. You've earned it. And I don't pretend to know what you all are doing half the time. Sometimes I wish I didn't, but as much as I'm just in it for me and for Bilfrey, that's it. But whatever you all are doing, it seems to matter a great deal. So if I'm being honest, I sleep a little better at night knowing that we help make whatever you're doing go. So just keep your feet wide. It's under your gravity."
I will. Now that I know.
So he just gives you a little smile and walks over to Bilfrey, gets close to him, kicks some sand in his face.
All right. There's sand in the gym. Canonically, Jackie put sand in the
No,
gym.
she said there was a
The sand pit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. The
There's a
sand
sand
pit. There's a sand pit. The one that she.
That's the
instead
one
of
that you
beach.
guys try and fight in the middle.
The one that's not the beach, but
We
still
do
pretty
have
good.
a vacation. We do have a vacation. That's all we need.
That's
She
just the
walks back over to
sand pit.
Bilfrey and kicks some sand in his face, calls him a couple terrible names, and goes. It just starts goading him to get up and start training again.
That's what it means to be siblings, is to call each other terrible names, kick sand in each other's faces, and you're the only person you have in the world. Okay, great. Okay, cool. But that was my thing. Y'all have to figure out what to do now.
I come down and I approach
Bazz hides.
Bazz. I look for
Bazz is
Bazz.
hidden. You can't find him.
I look for Bazz. I search. I investigate.
I have the
after 10
Dogloff
or
cloak
15
of
minutes of
shadows.
searching around the mansion,
cloak
you
of shadows.
find Bazz in the training room.
Dang it.
Where have you been? Have you been hiding from me?
Yeah, I've been hiding. Why'd you come looking for me?
I want to ask a favor.
Okay, I like favors, so that sounds good.
I want you to do a favor for me.
Weird thing
Perfect.
to say.
Okay.
What's the favor?
Okay.
I want to go to a store where I can buy. You know where I want to go?
Where do you want to go?
Oh, that might make me sad. I want to go somewhere where I can buy supplies for a kitchen.
A kitchen.
I want to go somewhere where I can buy supplies for a kitchen.
What kind of
And I
supplies?
just know
Like
that-
an oven or plates?
Just like flour and yeast and pots and pans and bowls and spoons.
I think Ro can just make that here. I don't think you can need
She
to
She
buy
can't make
that.
summon
flour,
it.
can
She can make flour. Yes,
Yeah.
she can. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
If it's
So
not a
anyway,
spell
and I-
component,
Easy
and it has
as-
a
easy
item,
as-
you can make it.
Easiest favor I've ever done, and now you owe me a favor. Is how it works. So
This is like
No,
right
here's
from
my
that one
favorite,
episode,
and-
that one episode where he's trying to get
Okay.
favors.
Goes a kiss, and then she walks away.
She
And she goes to
Alright.
find Ro.
I start looking for Greta. I start looking for Greta. Is she hiding?
I'm not.
What is
no, I'm,
happening?
no, I'm
And
not.
very quickly, she just walks
I need
away
a
from you.
favor. I'm just kidding.
I go find Ro.
And you find her, and she's there, and you have her, and you found her.
Say, hey,
The
Ro, can I
table.
talk to you?
Yeah.
In private, please, Ro.
In private.
Yeah.
She says in private, and she dives into the water and goes into the mangrove
Oh,
tree.
sick.
Okay, I follow her.
It's beautiful and fun.
And then she prestidigitates immediately when she gets in
But
there.
how am I not hearing the front though? Because you're muted. Anyway, you prestidigitate away the water.
Yeah, I did. As we when we got in there, you're muted. You goober.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sprinkles,
funny.
too.
I'm gonna close your camera lid.
I completely thought that was a Pringles soda.
Lannon's over there crunching soda. Crunchy soda.
No, 'cause
It's
I
like
saw the-
wisdom.
So distracting.
I saw half the can. I saw half the can, and I was like, "What kind of soda is that?"
Okay, I'm gonna be.
So,
Okay,
Ro and Greta are in the mangrove tree.
I know. I got so distracted.
And
That was
Craig,
really
if you need
funny.
something, just hop in.
I'm gonna look around for Nom to see if she's hiding anywhere. Investigation. I would
You
like
do
to
need an
investigate for
investigation
Nom.
check for that, actually.
Oh,
In the mangrove tree?
I do want to catch Greta and tell her something while she's looking for Nom.
Okay.
I'm just checking for Nom in the
We're in
mangrove.
the
Yeah, but-
tree.
Has found you beforehand. And
Greta.
he's causing you.
Greta,
Yes.
I just want to let you know, it seems like part of the reason why we're like struggling to figure out the next step is because there's a lot of like unknowns attached to each of the options, and they're a little like risky and scary. You have the ability to figure out the unknown quite well, I think, with your new powers. So if you have any questions or concerns that you need to be answered, you are kind of like our go-to resource on how to do that. So, I don't know. Let me know if you want help, like brainstorming questions or like thinking through each
I would like
option,
that.
and
I
we
would
can
like
like
that.
figure
That would
out
be
like
helpful.
what to do.
That would be helpful.
Maybe we can like think about our concerns with each option, and maybe see like a priority, like the top 3 that we want to look into or think about, and then we can figure out what kind of abilities we both have. Because I have some divination stuff, and we can like take it down together. Would that be helpful?
That would be helpful. Yeah.
Okay, you finish your thing. find people in the mansion, and then come find me in my new hiding spot, and we can do that. Okay, cool.
Fun game. Anyway, you're welcome for the favor. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
She hangs up. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
So, zoom. I'm in the
Zoom,
main group.
zoom.
I'm still sitting in the tree. Like, what's happening?
No. I this was before. This is before. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're back in the tree. You're looking for Nom. What'd you get on your investigation check?
I was over in the tree.
Man, nobody fights as hard in this campaign. Mika's the MVP because every second session she's fighting every moment to be awake. I respect this dude.
Yeah.
That's where her muscles get so big. She's holding
braver
this
than the us Marines.
I got a 21 actually.
21. 21.
Did Landon turn his own camera on?
Yeah, he did.
Landon. Stop it.
Lan is so done.
Do you want to see me chew? Do you want to see me chew? Because you can watch me crunch.
No.
I'll turn your camera off for you.
My dad used to do the whole
got a
seafood thing, and
21.
I hated it.
Used to what?
What thing? You know, I have a new diet. It's a seafood
Do
diet.
not find her.
I see food and I eat it.
You do not find it. You do not find her.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna whisper anyway. I'm gonna say, wow.
Yeah.
I need to ask you questions.
Don't actually whisper. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Just know that it's whispered.
Yeah.
You questions, and I hate to. This is a beautiful. I love your mansion, so I feel really bad asking you to add anything.
I
'Cause
told
that
you guys
feels really
to tell me
dumb
if you
and
want to add
stupid.
stuff.
I know, but it's so perfect already.
Micah, I'm gonna change the music to something that's gonna put you to sleep less.
I thought, what if you made a kitchen in Nom's room? And I went to Bazz and I was like, I want to go find kitchen materials for Nom.
Yeah.
And Bazz was like, well, Ro can just summon all of that. And I was like, even the flour? And he was like, yeah, even the flour.
Yeah.
And I was like, all the pots and pans and yeast and spoons and sugar and butter. And he was like, yeah. And
I
so I
love
thought maybe we should do that.
I love
Maybe
that.
you want
I actually thought about it when I created it, but the only thing is like anything she would make would have to be eaten like in the mansion, because the moment it dissipates, anything that she created or I created in it would also dissipate. So like she couldn't, like if she made like muffins, she couldn't take the muffins out of the mansion, but she might be okay with that.
What we could do? Maybe we could build her a little, like a bread box in the boat, so she could bake her stuff, take it to the boat. Wait, it leaves.
Yeah, but what we could do, what we could do is first of all, we could do that, and I could summon all the flour and all. But we could, eventually, whenever we go somewhere, I could make sure there's like stoves and stuff in her room, and then we could get her some ingredients, and she could cook with ingredients that are outside of the mansion, like real ingredients.
Yeah.
And then she could take those with her. Hey, Nom! Okay. And Ro just yells for Nom. Just, Nom,
give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that's gonna be 15.
Oh. I say, Ro, we should probably ask if she wants it in her room. I assumed that she would want it there just so that she can cook without us being in the way.
You do not get a response.
But
okay.
But maybe it's better. Maybe it would like make her room really hot. I don't know. We should ask.
I mean, I could make it just cool in there.
Okay. There's so much that I don't know about you.
Trust me, about me. It's weird. I will say, like, I've come to realize, like, it's different. Here, and she goes down the hall to Nom's room and knocks on the door.
We have to swim out of the mangrove tree. Well,
we did.
Gretta does. Is Gretta swims out of the mangrove tree and then she goes.
I did.
Okay.
I just want to let it be known to the listeners that Landon has there is a consistent 50 messages in my tab that I haven't opened because Landon is just saying a bunch of messages.
That's not true. We're having a conversation, and that haiku that I wrote was really great. That was an actually good haiku. Okay, I will say.
I don't believe you
Landon
wrote
Whispers
I don't
in
believe
the
you wrote
wind.
that.
A name spoken breaks the sky. Now the moon won't rise. I responded, breaking wind.
And I said Zorgram haiku. The moon was saloon. Nah.
And then I
Saluna.
responded, Zergrum.
And I responded,
Come on.
Craig knows a lot about breaking wind.
That was very, very good, Landon. Actually, legitimately, that was very good. Jackie, you're trying to make a kitchen for...
Was it
No, I
AI?
knocked
Oh,
on.
you're
We
knocking on
knocked
her
on
door.
Nom's door.
Okay, there is no... It doesn't open.
I kind of creak it open. I say,
Oh,
Nom.
I say, Jackie! No, I say, Ro!
It goes... Boom.
Bro, you can't just... There was no...
I
can't just
knocked,
open people's
and
doors.
so I don't think she's in there. So I was
So we're
just
just gonna go in?
I was gonna peek in and say, "Hey, Nom, are you here?"
Gretta knocks on the door. And she says, hey, Nom, we just want to ask a question.
Okay.
Sorry for bothering you.
There's no response.
Yeah, I don't think she's in there. I think she may be
Okay,
on the
I'm gonna
boat
go
still.
look somewhere else. I'm gonna go investigate other places. for
Okay,
Nom.
Ro just opens the door, not peeking in. She just says, "Hey, Nom, I'm coming in if that's okay."
Okay.
Is there any response?
No.
Okay, so I go in. What? I
Sorry.
don't see the problem
Micah
with
and
this.
Landon are misspelling words in the chat,
Oh,
and it's killing me. Landon just typed Landon, but with no A, just Landon, and it really got me. Ro, as you go into Nom's room, you give it a pretty heavy look over, and you don't find anything.
Greta, I was just gonna surprise her and put the stuff in here.
Well, Greta has left, and
She says
I'm looking
down the
for Nom.
hall. Greta.
and
I yell, I say, no, we don't know where she wants it.
Greta, I think you've already made an investigation check to find her.
That was an investigation check for when I was in the mangrove.
Oh, okay, totally different. Make me another one and know that the DC has increased.
That's a 17.
You do not find her.
I send
Aw.
to Nom. I guess sending to Nom.
Okay.
Say, hey Nom, are you here in the fortress? Greta and I had a question about something we might want to add for you here.
Hey, bro. Yeah, I'm here, but maybe not right now. Okay.
Okay. Just Oh, I can't send back.
Well, you say that instinctually, and you're like, dang it, the spell's over.
Yeah, and then she just goes, dang it.
And the spell is spent.
Okay. I
Greta's
tell
still looking
Greta.
for Nom.
I
Okay,
go
Greta,
and
you're
find Greta
toning
and
the
tell
focus, you
her.
won't find
Okay.
Greta.
Well, I
next
hope she's
time-
okay.
Yeah, I mean, next time I can just make a kitchen in here.
It's so loud.
Okay. I can just
well,
make a
I
kitchen
guess in
next
the
time I
meantime-
summon it.
Yeah, I guess in the meantime, I'll just go get some supplies.
Yeah, if you get ingredients, she'll be able to take those ingredients out.
So even if she changes the ingredients in here, she can still take them out once she changes them into something else.
If we get her flour and sugar and all, and you bake that into a cake, she'll be able
Bread.
to
She
take
likes
the
bread.
cake out. Okay, if she wants to bake bread, then she'll be able to bring the bread out. She just won't be able to bring the stove out or the bowl that the bread is in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Okay. Well,
I like to think that Craig and Bazz are actually sitting somewhere in the fortress trying to write these weird poems while we're doing this. In the meantime, Greta and Ro summons some honey bread.
That actually would be a haiku. The accidentally sent would be accidentally sent is 5 syllables. That could be the last line of your haiku. So that would work just fine.
Hope he didn't poop his pants. Wait,
accidentally sent.
That's Micah's haiku.
Bazz smells like poop at night. That's 6 syllables, Micah. That's too much. Hope he didn't poop his pants. Accidentally sent. Your first line has one too
We're
many syllables. I'm
supposed to be-
sorry.
Wait.
575,
Bazz smells like
Micah.
poop at night.
Bazz smells like poop at night. That's 6 syllables.
Bazz smells
second
like
sentence is
poopy.
different from first
Puppy didn't poop his pants.
And
Accidentally sent. That makes sense.
Greta-
though.
as Greta and Ro, as
this
everyone is
actually happens.
procrastinating making this grave decision in a different way, Greta and Ro attempting to find a meaningful thanks to their ally, and Craig and Bazz in the main room just sort of arguing with each other over what an haiku is, and Craig's talking about like Bazz poopy pants and that works, and Bazz is like, no, that's not a haiku. Haikus are an ancient Ogben cultural, poetic, oral tradition practice. You all find yourselves all together in that main living space of the Fungi's Fantastical Fortress, and Tello just walks into the main room, kind of stunned. And he goes, the Count called me.
What?
What?
He called you in here?
Yeah.
Well, that's not good. Rose says, and sweat starts pouring from her face.
He invited us to his castle. He said we would want to come.
We would want to. I don't think we want to.
When? What? Is that all he said?
That's what he said. And Teller just sits down at the table in the main room.
Greta goes over and like puts a hand on his shoulder.
He takes
Gives
it.
him a little hug.
Yeah, he like answers it back. She goes, thanks.
Oh, Micah. Micah puts in chat, well, Ferb, I know what we're going to do today. You know you can say that into your microphone if you want. You just have to push the unmute button.
Dude, say those lines.
You have to say them. You're on a podcast.
Well, most
That
of
would've
the
been
time
so
I can't
funny.
get over it. I'm not gonna lie. So I just gave up. I just put it in the chat. I just put it in the chat.
That was a very important and
Oh.
serious scene.
Yes.
But Micah,
I'm
take
sorry.
inspiration, and
I
everyone
heard,
remind
like,
me at the
3.
end that you guys all get
What?
0.01 more XP for Micah making that joke.
Are we
That
gonna
is
do
all.
that?
Wow.
I'm gonna make a little note of that.
That's crazy, Micah. That's like inspiration times 10.
Micah, that might be the best joke we've made so far. It's gonna be 4 years in October, and I mean, there was Piss Abyss, that was pretty killer, and then there was the rat
Sirloin
having
crop.
diarrhea in the sewer.
I said Piss Abyss.
But that's up there. That's up there.
Maybe
And
I
okay,
did.
yeah, so we
My
have Sirloin Crot,
question-
we have Piss Abyss, we have the rat having diarrhea in the sewer, and then we have Welfare. I know
the rat.
what we're gonna do today. I think that's our top 4.
So my question is, didn't we have the issue with the Count in regard to Tello? I don't want to get... It's so much information, so many bad guys. But Count is the one that we had an issue with Tello and his dad and stuff, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
Okay.
sent the people bot.
Oh, shoot.
He's the one who we stole his knife.
How did he contact you, Tello?
He was just in my head. Like it was sending. It was sending.
What did he say verbatim?
Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
It's okay, Tyler.
He just said, Dada, I've missed you. I invite you all to Castle Alguinde. You will want to come.
It was on. I didn't respond.
I
That's
take
good.
the.
He didn't respond.
I
Well,
take this.
You said you keep that bar stocked?
Yeah. And she like sends him a drink,
Okay,
literally.
he just-
Like
He just takes a whiskey and says, "Sorry guys, I'm going to get just a little bit drunk, okay?"
it's okay,
And he just
Tyler.
starts drinking. Teller's not doing great, but
She takes this sending stone from Craig's mouth or wherever it is. And she.
Guys,
What a
this is,
line.
how are you doing? The pendulum is swinging back and forth between drama and comedy so violently. I'm getting
Oh my
whiplash.
god.
But it's so natural though.
Yeah,
it's
like
perfect.
Hello is sitting down with a shake drinking in his hand, and Craig is looking concerned, and Greta just walks up, reaches her hand, I think now just pulls the sentence
And
out,
it's
and
normal.
nobody
It's
bats an eye.
normal.
Nobody blinked. Craig, the stone is just pulled from your mouth, and you're just like, yep. And you go back to thinking stoically.
She
feel
goes
it
over and she
first.
sits over to Tello. Or she sits with Tello and she says, "Well, have we met? Do you have to know someone to do sending to them?"
No, you know that you can just send.
So I could just send to Tello's dad.
Yeah.
Landon, you're muted, by the way. In case you didn't know.
Okay. I'm gonna send to Tello's dad.
Guys, wait. I don't know what this guy's capable of, but if he can send here that easy to another dimension, I mean,
You
I
guys
don't
know
wanna,
that
like-
a sending spell only has a 5% chance of failing to another realm.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
Well, no.
95%.
Here's my main point. I don't want him to accidentally somehow be capable of some like magic that's like if we contact the person, then he knows where they are or something. I don't know. Like, is that a risk? Like, if we try to like contact him?
Or an Arcana check.
No, near Archpriest, you just know well enough that that's not typically how the path of sending is an evocation spell that would fall under the auspice of divination, and we're a being so powerful as to be able to track such a connection. They're the sort of being that would probably know where someone was anyway.
Okay.
So you're
So
Never mind. That's my only concern.
Sure.
We're good to go.
we think that we're safe. So I'm going
just
to
stay near me. I don't know
Yeah.
if he sent. Tello, where
Just-
were you when he sent?
Just hit
where
rock
were you in here?
67 before you call, and you should be good.
Tello, where? Because it's like within
I was here.
15
I was here. I
feet,
was in that room.
which could have been 15 feet away, so he could have seen. Okay.
well, you know that scry doesn't work for a different plane of existence.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Greta,
I'm gonna call.
you're calling my
What?
name?
Do you want to?
Why are we calling him?
I just want to make sure that
He's
the count
okay.
doesn't happen.
And Tello's face just... Tello gets real quiet.
I
I'm sorry,
squeeze his
Tello.
hand.
I just want to make sure.
Is there another way to check? No, that makes sense. Sorry.
We
He
can
just-
we can call
There's
Bella
like some
Under
sweat
instead.
perspiring on his brow, and he just drinks some more whiskey.
Let's
Yeah.
call Valek.
Oh, is he with Belek or is he with?
Yeah.
You all remember
Oh,
that you left
He's
him
with
Vilek.
Vilek.
Yeah, let's call.
What-
We'll call Belek instead.
Tello just nods shakily. He puts the glass down and shoves it away a little bit.
I call Belek. I guess.
Okay, Greta, you feel the connection is that well. Okay, I did not. Wow, that's crazy. So for sending, there's a 5% chance it'll fail to another realm. I didn't roll a 5, so it didn't fail. But I did roll a 95, which is the whole other percent chance
Oh,
it
wow.
works. That's crazy. I mean, it works, but that's holy crap.
Really
I'm gonna take a
crisp.
picture of that. I'm gonna take a picture of that. That's
Wait,
crazy.
I don't understand. Why is
And yet,
everything-
we love you. So Greta, you feel the
Great.
sorry, Mike. You feel the connection take hold in your mind, Greta, and you feel the spell establish.
Yeah. I'm gonna say.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Go ahead. You reach out. You feel the connection. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hi. This is Greta from the Fun Guys.
Ah, Greta. I really miss the sound of your voice. I'm having a lot of trouble with this voice. What is he? He's Russian. Who's Velek? Velek's the dragon. We're getting there. He is okay. The Russian. Okay. We're getting there. Okay, he's back. Sorry, hadn't done that character in a long time. Greta. Hello. It is lovely to hear your voice. How are you?
Right. We just had some news, and I wanted to check on Tello's dad. Is he doing all right?
He is well.
Yeah.
Is there a specific reason for it you are calling? He is quite well, actually. He is adjusting well. The whole I'm here with the giant dragon thing really freaked him out for a while, but he's doing quite well now.
We got a call from the Count, the guy that we're,
It's the individual from whom you are trying to abscond him, yes?
Yes.
Understand.
And he just invited us.
Double my protections. Anyone here with me is quite safe, but
I
will
believe
be
you.
additionally vigilant right
Okay.
now.
Thank you. I just wanted to check in.
Also, remember me. You promised you'd come visit sometime.
Yes.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Well, we have
The
been
days of
looking for
last light.
vacation,
I'd love to have
so-
you over for the holidays.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds good, actually.
For Rose's
Excellent.
birthday.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Call me if anything changes.
Absolutely. I'm actually missing out on a game of Beggar's Hope with him.
Oh.
Right. So
I'll see you.
I will need
I'll
to
see you
get
later. Thank you.
I'm taking all of his money. See you later.
Okay. Bye.
You feel the connection sever.
Okay. I give Tell another pat on the shoulder and I say, sounds like he's doing good, but he might need to work on his dice games. Sounds like
Tell-
Vilek is kicking his butt. But Vilek promised he would double his protection.
Okay. Good. Great.
So,
I'll be good in a second. Just give me a moment.
yeah, take your time.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Should we?
Uh.
Should one of us? That maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe not Bazz or Tello, since you guys have more of a connection to him. But should one of us call and get more information?
We
So at
don't
least
know where
we-
the castle is, do we?
Well, Tello, you do.
Why
don't
doesn't
you?
someone proficient in history check give me a history check?
Tello, have
Tello.
you been there?
Yes, of course. I was his employee for years.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I've spent
sorry.
quite a bit of time in Castle Guide.
Is it?
Um,
I got a 28 in history, so maybe I
there
don't.
Yes, Greta, you know well enough where it is. You are aware that, hold on, I need to go to my notes. Where is this at? You are aware that Castle Alguid,
Like castle.
Castle Alguid is, well, you know that, Alguid is, as Tello described last year, that Alguid is the current sovereign lord of Lore, Lorr, the nation where the campaign began,
Yeah.
where all of this started before we were recording. That Lagath is a hamlet within Lore, and that so Castle Alguid is in the nation's capital. It is in, give me a second. Troloch. Traloch. Dagnabbit Landon. That was pretty good, dude. Landon said, does he also have rule over reference? That's a deep cut. Well, maybe it's not a coincidence that I knew it lore, but you know. Maybe it was ironic. So Castle Alguid is in Traloch, in the capital of Lore. And you know that Lore is the smallest island nation in between Beltran, Unsen, and Enderlal, the nation countries near it.
Okay.
Which, if you go to the Unsen map, you can see in the map stream.
Cool map, by the way. I really like it.
Thank you. And that should go to Noah. He kicked butt on it. Oh wait, you were probably complimenting him first, but I feel I get it now. And Tello just says, Castle Algreed. It used to have a different name, but Joloch is a city halfway up the mountain at the center of the nation, and Castle Algreed sits on the top of a cliff face, maybe 1,000 feet above the city. It's got part of the city now built up around the southeastern side of it, and so it's sort of like mountain, and the capital city is built on the side of the mountain, and then up a little ways there's a cliff face hanging over the side, and the castle's up there with more buildings around it. It's got a big wall, and with inside the wall, past the parapets, there's like almost like a little mini town just around the castle, within the castle walls. And there are 3 towers connected by high pathways to the central building, the central keep of the castle, which is itself sort of one wide tower. So it's like town down here, cliff up here, castle at the top. Within the walls, 3 towers, tower in the middle, they connect with walkways.
Okay. Sounds like a big place.
I mean, I know it's
That we'll want
taunting.
to come.
Taunting isn't the right word, but I feel like he owes us more of an explanation. I mean, the man did try to kill us, for us to just sweep in and.
Tello just laughs. He seems to be calming down on the outside, but his hands are still trembling quite a bit, and he's taking much smaller sips of the whiskey now.
When she says that, she kind of like lays a hand on his hand softly. She says, I like for us to just swoop in and show up. So, Tello, do you think one of us should? I mean, you know him better than any of us. Do you think one of us should call him back?
He just gets this like very desperate, tired smile on his face, this very exasperated smile, and he just goes, "Not me." And she takes another sip.
I'll do it, Rose says.
Ro, the prestidigitated stone is in front of you.
Okay. She looks up at the rest of the party. She goes,
Ooh,
anything I should or should not say? Anyone? Before I make this call?
That was sick, Micah. That was a great... Micah just wrote a haiku about the count. That was pretty cool.
I think you know the basics. Don't tell him where we are. Don't give him any information. Don't make any promises.
Yeah.
Maybe be a little rude to him.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. She told Stone.
Okay, rolling a d100. You're fine.
Okay.
I mean, that will probably never fail. But
don't say it now. It will.
I mean, the odds are so tiny. But Ro, you pick up the stone. That little stone feels just slightly heavier than usual, and you feel the magic sort of prick a connection of energy in your mind. And when it connects, you feel that establishment. You feel the feeling that you have the tether connected to his mind from yours.
It's Count Alguid, right?
It is Count. You know it is Count Darren Alguid. Daron. Alguid is ALG.
Is Darren his first name?
Darren is his first name. Count Darren Alguid. Okay. Jaci,
sorry.
You started smiling.
I had a pause because I was like, on one hand I was gonna say hi hi to Darren, but I was like, that just sounds weird. It just sounds weird.
Oh no, Jackie's list of bad boys has expanded. All right.
What? No, I was just gonna do it to be rude, but saying Darren in this situation just sounds, I don't know, kind of like saying, "Hey, Lord Diamond, what's up?" It's just kind of weird to just call him Darren. It's like, "Hey, Darren, what's up?" Anyway, sorry, I just gotta. It was funny in my head. Okay, I'm serious now. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Algoid. She's not gonna call him Count. She's just gonna say his last name.
Okay. So that's all she says?
Yeah, she says Algoid, like, asks if he's, basically like asking if he's, she knows, but.
There's a moment's pause and you just hear, Rowena, I have been expecting your call. Hello.
So, I hear that you want us to pay you a visit.
Someone's mic's making some noise, Mike. I think it's yours.
I think it's right.
Micah, if you might go to your audio settings and do noise. You don't even have to unmute, Micah. If you just want to go into settings and do noise cancellation, that's all. But you're doing it's fine, Micah. It's no big deal. Bro, could you actually repeat that?
Yeah, what did I say? I don't
but it's
remember.
okay.
I said,
Micah, it's okay.
Oh, he said, Rowena, I've been expecting you to call, and I said, I heard that you, would like us to pay you a visit.
Yes, Green Bottle. I've been waiting to see you for quite some time, and you've just you all have been on my mind lately. I would love to see you. Please.
Yeah.
Come to my castle. The door will be open.
After all this time, why now?
I guess I just couldn't wait any longer.
I'm gonna cut to the chase here. Good night, Micah.
Oh, dude. Good night.
You tried to kill us, and we're not dumb enough to just stroll into your castle, into your grounds.
Rowena, you misunderstand me. The door's open. I mean it.
Okay, but what do you want?
Come. Terrible things. Horrid, terrible things. But I'll get there one way or another. Please. Come. This is the easier way.
Can you promise our safe return out of there? She chuckles along with him.
No, but I'm prepared to make you many promises. Rowena Greenbottle. I'm prepared to make many, many, many promises to you. I am prepared to promise you that either you will come before me, and we shall have the dinner that I waited upon for so long, or perhaps Mr. Sparrow shall. Perhaps I shall speak instead with his children. Hide him away. Make them safe. Perhaps I shall speak with... Is it really Spagooba? With his father? There's fun choices there. As I understand it, there's an orphanage in Zedge. I think I could have all sorts of guests from there. You know, it is very hard to pin down nomadic people, but they have to come and trade every so often. And Gretta's family, though aged, they still stop at Dwarm's capital. Every year. In fact, it's near this month. They have to find winter provisions. When you think about it, they're really quite vulnerable.
When do you want us there?
At your leisure. Though, I'd be lying if I said anything other than sooner rather than later.
Of course.
I have waited so long. Please. Like you said, let's cut to the chase.
Okay. And she severs the line.
Okay.
I rolled. No 5%. So, Ro, you feel a connection in your mind a moment later. And you just hear his voice return and say,
But if you are thinking about time, let's have it sooner rather than later. At least the next few days. I have some guests here. And I would hate to keep them waiting for you.
and the connection severs.
I would hate to keep them waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's Lashla?
We just get it all knocked out.
That'd be great.
Madam Meescore sitting at the table. Shista strolls in the back door.
Just the rogues gallery.
I just pictured the Full House intro, but it's just all of our enemies.
I love that you envisioned that as a positive thing.
Ro takes a long look at Tello.
He's just looking back at
not like just sadness.
you. He hung on every word from your side of the conversation.
Sooner rather than later, as he said to you, and
He's not that patient, man.
I'm not sure who. I don't know if it's more enemies of ours, or maybe if it's people that we love. But he said there were others waiting for us there. And she tells them everything else he said.
Okay. So Bazz and Gretta, all is relayed to you. Greg went to bed a short time ago, but he can be caught up on this the next day. Or whenever. But you've heard this relayed to you.
All right, so obviously he doesn't want to be best friends. I think that we should probably plan on, I don't know.
What do you think he wants?
To
Well,
hurt
like-
us.
You think that's it?
I don't know. I think
He said he
wants
had a
to
lot of
use
promises
us.
to make.
I know, and then he promised to hurt everybody you loved. That's what he was
Yeah.
promising.
Do you think...
Here's what I think.
I don't...
What? No, sorry.
I don't want to put... I mean, I don't know if his bargains or whatever would be null if we all didn't show up, but and she looks to Tello and she goes, I don't want to have to put you through. I don't want you to have to face him if you don't want to, Tello.
Yeah.
Here.
Well,
Okay.
and
I have a suggestion before we move
Tello-
further.
Tello nods and just says,
I cannot think of a lot of things that I would hate more than going anywhere back there.
I don't think that it's you that he
But
wants to see.
I
Respectfully.
will not let him. Don't stop on my account. If we're going, we go. I have had enough of him. And trust me, the longer you wait, the more he gets. If you want to do something, let's do it.
Well, in one way or the other, we can end it.
True.
Could I be excused real quick?
course.
Yes.
And he just gets up and goes away to his room.
Oh, Bazz, what were you saying?
I was gonna suggest that. It sounded like he gave us a couple of days, right? Like 2 or 3 days to like.
I think.
I know it.
He'd rather us
said-
be there tomorrow. I would say
know,
we go
but
tomorrow.
I think that if we said, "Hey, we'll be there in 2 days," I don't think it would be that big of a deal. I think that would be fine.
Yeah.
And I think if we communicate that ahead of time, it would be okay. So I think if at most we have 2 days to prepare for this.
Yeah.
Ideally 1, right? Like ideally just 1, but we also need to figure out how to get there.
Well,
so
he said
I could tree
he said
us
his
there.
doors were
I've seen
open.
the trees. I've been to Lagath, so I've seen trees there. I can just tree us over there.
And I could attempt to teleport us there if Tello described it enough. There'd be a percentage of a chance that I could get us there.
But if we want to, I think we could just either just head over there, kind of plan ahead over a couple contingencies. But out of our plan, the plans that we had, the only other option I feel like we would have to get like a power jump before going there is if we go and take down Meescore and then get the stuff from her shop. I feel like that would be like the easiest, most accessible, low-hanging fruit to have like more stuff. Like if we feel like going there is going to be incredibly dangerous or really risky, I don't know. That's a choice because in 1 day
I don't think we have time.
we could be back on our feet, ready to go back to him, right?
Yeah, but by the time of teleporting there and having to wait for our magic to return and heal if we were to take down Meescore, and what if it goes south and then we're locked in with Meescore for a time and can't get to the Count? I don't know who he has there. They could be prisoners or his allies.
What I'm thinking on is terms of death, right? So I'm not thinking about getting locked in. I'm thinking about like, all right, so I am, in terms of my mind, how I'm framing this, I think that he is more dangerous. I would say Loshla, the Hags, the Count, Meescore, if I had to rank them. Maybe switch the Hags and the Count, depending on whatever. But I think it would be pushing it, but if we're concerned about going there and surviving, then it's a door we could walk through to get something, and I think still get there on time.
I just don't.
But we could also just head there and gamble it.
I personally would rather not risk it with Meescore.
That's fine.
Like
with
I said,
me.
he's watching. I can tell. Even I think he can slip through some of our shields. Even I don't know how, but
that's.
He
I
knows.
think we have to stop.
He knows too much for us to not go.
At this point, he's inevitable, right? So I'm trying to think in absolutes of what we can do. I think he's also a little bit forward in himself. Like he thinks very highly of himself.
Well, yeah, of course.
He's enjoying this moment. I think in his mind it would be less of like him worrying about us doing thing, but him enjoying watching us squirm a little bit. I think we need to make decisions based on what's best for us, not what we're worried he might think. Because honestly, he could just kill us and go hurt our families regardless. You know, like it doesn't matter. Like this is the one shot we have, and if we don't do what we need to do to prepare, then we could lose it all.
What makes you think that Meescore is going to be, that he's more of a challenge than Meescore?
Because we've been told that we can take her.
I
have that for like. I know that's all I'm holding on to, but that's the only thing I have.
I mean,
I don't know.
We have a lot of cans sitting in front of us that are open worms, okay?
Yes.
And I don't feel like...
Oh, that's a really poignant metaphor that I don't think I've ever heard anyone use before you.
I'm fine
with not going there. You weren't at her shop, bro.
No.
The things in her shop are
I don't trust the things in her shop. I saw what they did to
Crazy.
Greta. And I don't
Agree, I don't-
see... We've been sitting here for 2 days trying to figure out what we should do. And I think Saloon, the maker, whatever, the fates, or maybe some distant creator of this world. I just think we've been trying to figure this out, and it's been put in front of us. And I don't think we should turn away from it. I don't think we should take the risk. Because then what if we do if someone goes down with MeScore? Then we're fighting the count with one less person. Or if someone, even if we don't die, there could be God's knows what.
Look,
I think
I feel very confident in what I think are some really smart tactical choices. But I also really respect the opinion of the group. And there have been some times where it's been hard for me to kind of sit back and watch things happen in a way that I felt like I could stop and like do a better way and see it kind of like slowly crash into each other. But there's also been times where I've seen things play out in ways that I didn't expect and things have gone another way. So I'm open to anything. And I really think that if we band together, we can do just about anything. But I agree. If we don't do our cards right, if we don't face this in the right way, and that could mean a multitude of different things, but this isn't guaranteed, you guys. Like,
but also,
we need to take this seriously.
I'm taking it serious in the way that I don't think that deciding to take a detour and attempt to kill a hag and ransack some of her magic items is going to do us any good fighting the count.
I can.
Let's think about. He said, so ideally tomorrow, but we could probably get away with the next day. So
he said a couple of days, but I don't know who these guests are that he has. And what concerns me is that they're not more enemies, that they're people that we care about.
But
that
let's
he
think,
has.
If we spent tomorrow fighting MeScore, that only gives us one night to recuperate, and
exactly.
Yeah, I guess we could do that, but I just don't know if. I don't know. I mean, MeScore has a lot of. It seems like there's lasting effects to her, afflictions. I don't know.
I don't see going and fighting. I just don't see going and fighting a hag as a proper detour when we need to be somewhere in 2 days. Personally.
I know. Actually, I knew you were gonna say that when we started this conversation.
I mean, I'm down
if
for.
I didn't try at least to, I don't know.
I'm not against.
Just like throw out something out there that I think is a good idea for us to do as a team. But I will, whether win or lose, I will go down swinging with you guys no matter what we choose to do.
I'm not against going after her, but I think it's interesting that we sat here for 2 days trying to figure out something, and you didn't seem super gung ho to go get her, and now.
I wanted to see what you guys would do. It was very interesting to not be the voice for a day or two, right? Like, I feel like so many times, like, I am the one that's like, all right, guys, now we're going to go do this. Now we're going to go do this. And I wanted to see what would happen if I didn't. And I also think that it's a very complicated choice. It's a little bit easier now, and not in terms of easy decisions, but just because we're being pushed somewhere. But there's no certainty, right? Like, MeScore could be an awful choice. We could go choose to go fight Lashla and suck at it, There's no easy choice, and I don't think it's really helpful for anybody for me to just kind of talk all the time. So I don't know. There's a million things we could choose to do, right? I mean, so I don't think we're stuck, right? Like, I think he wants us to feel bound by his rules, bound by him, but we're not. Like, we can do whatever we want, right? And I think the costs that he's saying are going to happen inevitably, whether or not we survive. And those costs are also leverage. Once he loses that leverage, like, what are we going to do?
I just think the 2 days or whatever, I mean, should be spent preparing, getting Tello to give us as much information as he can about the ins and outs of this place. Everything he knows about the Count and his magic and his cohorts and everyone that he surrounds himself with, so that we know what to face when we go there.
Yeah.
I feel just as confident in this is, I don't know if Greta would say this, but I feel
You guys
just
can
as
also talk as players.
I feel just as confident as an explicit, like, I think you guys can handle this, as I do in a narrative push. Though to me those two are the same. And maybe, like, I don't think that I have too much trust in the DM and the narrative. I just think that's, like, I don't think that we would be pushed in this direction if it's not something that we could handle. Like,
I think we can handle it. Actually, I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah,
I don't even think some of the most powerful people in the world know much about him, which I think is what kind of scares me a little bit too.
I know that we know more about Miskor, but I have a lot of trust in the pushes that we get. You know, like, yeah.
Mine's not even that. I'm talking as a player now, obviously, but I just think. I think it's too. I mean, I've said this for a while now that I don't mind going and taking down Miskor. I just think as a player and as what I feel like Ro would. I mean, I do feel like I get where you're coming from as a player. Like getting Miskor, that would buff us a bit, right? But I think even as Ro, I don't think Ro would risk those precious minutes we have now that he has. I mean, it's been months since we've, not thought about him, but did anything with this guy. Why all of a sudden is he wanting us? And yes, that puts him at the advantage because he's summoning us, but I don't think Ro would risk what he's gonna do. She'd rather, okay, he wants us to come, then okay, then we're gonna prepare and be ready. I just think too, from a like logistics standpoint, us being able to like bounce to Unsen, do the whole Miskor thing, like that would take several days because of travel, even with our teleportations and stuff and healing. And then if we did get any items, would they still be cursed to her? Would they be like,
also,
there's just so many variables.
This is minor, but I don't know how come, like, I don't, like, I'm not super fan of Miskor's curation. Like, I don't really trust that the things that she's created, like, are good and healthy and happy. And I don't love the idea of leaving, like, a treasure trove full of items that she's interested in, just, like, hanging out in, like, Forest Money Song. Like, I don't love the idea of, like, if we were
and we
to
don't have time to...
I would want to, like, we should probably, like, defeat her, call Kanage, like, what are we going to do with that space and all of those mysterious objects? You know, I get that we could, like, lock the door, but,
well, and
also,
I still think y'all need to decide about whose hag side we're taking out of the 3 evil triangle. Like, do we need Miskor more for that, or are we just gonna knock her out of that? Because I'm still at a loss with the hag thing. That's like the one thing that my even keen mind can't contain. So
I think you all are asking some really great questions, and they are questions that I'm considering. I think to the point of mechanically, like technically in terms of D&D resources and time, based on the way that I understand and know the rules, I think it would take a lot less time than I think what y'all are considering. And I think what Greta brought up
to the top, because you can trade a Lagath, but we don't know how far that is to the castle.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
If you look at the map, it is a very small island.
Okay, tiny island.
And also, I'm pretty sure if we're there on his doorstep trying to get to the castle, like there, I doubt he's going to start killing people that we love just because we didn't get to the front door when and the gate.
That's true.
In terms of like the magic items in your shop, I actually think that's a really great point, right? Like that's just dangerous to the community as a whole. What comes into my mind is that one, we know the governing force of that entire mega city and save their lives. So I think preventing damage to the people could be as simple as like calling them and saying, hey, this thing happened. Please watch the stuff. I think we're on really good terms with them. And I they may take some things for their own purposes, but is it going to be worse than a hag's? I think that I'm less scared of the encounter. I'm also not very partial to it. Like I'm not attached to it. I think that just on my analysis, I think
scared of the hag encounter or the count.
The hag encounter. Like I think that we could probably do that.
I'm not scared of it. I just think it requires some more planning because I mean she's in the middle of one of the most populous cities that we've been to, and I'm kind of with Greta. I don't want to just go in there guns blazing without thinking things through on a whim. Like if we had decided earlier that we were gonna do this whole thing with MeScore, I feel like we still would have planned it more. And now that we have like 2 days, I also thought this is like not with the hag thing, but I could contact the count back in like a dream and get him to give me. I'm almost positive he probably has a teleportation circle, and I could get him to give me the teleportation circle, and I could teleport us in straight into the castle.
You said dream? The one with the nightmare?
I don't have to give him a nightmare.
I can just
go into his dreams and talk to him, and he can show me what I need him to show me. And if I can see his teleportation circle, then I can just teleport us in.
I think that would be a bad choice.
Yeah, he might not do that. He might not do that, and then he would know, like, exactly... we could be teleporting into anything.
Yeah.
I think not just that. I think that the second that we kind of break this hazy middle ground and make a move against, like... I don't think his consent matters, but, something that, like, tries to force an option, I don't think it's something he wouldn't be aware of, and I think it would immediately change the stakes of the encounter.
I think it might... I mean, that's totally fine.
He was able to see an invisible scrying eye. His thing is seeing divination and like knowing things.
I thought the two things that I was thinking it would do is it would possibly make him feel like we are not as scared because it's like, oh, we're just contacting him for this, and to play it smooth. And the other thing was from a player standpoint, that way it would use a lesser spell slot so that you or I wouldn't be taking up our most major spell slot if we needed to get out of there fast. As the encounter happened.
Stride is one of my large spell slots, but let me check. I think it's a 5th level spell.
Anyway, that was just my thought, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I have multiple 5th level spell slots. And honestly, I don't have a lot of things prepped in that slot. It's mostly just an upcasting slot.
Okay.
So using it wouldn't be that bad. But, I'm down for any methods. I think that if we make a move, it has to be a big one in advance. Because if we make a move, it's going to open up, I think... Someone's like, oh, okay, that's the field we're playing on now. And he's going to hit hard and big because he's less afraid. Like, we're on his home turf,
That's why I don't think we should go fight a hag on a whim. I'm not scared of it. It's just, it's a big thing to do. If she lived in a hut outside of, in the middle of nowhere and we could zap there and kill her and then everything's fine. But there's just too many variables when it's in the middle of a city, I feel. And
we don't want to go Marvel superhero New York mode.
I just feel like
I'm considering that too.
Preparation.
And I think the questions are really good. I just think that the answers are a little easier than what we might think they would be. And I think that we're using the questions to kind of shield us from like trying to like face down those answers rather than actually evaluating if they'd be the best choice.
Problem. I've been saying forever that we should kill Meescore, and you keep saying, nah, we're never gonna do it. That's not my problem. My problem is that we were like, oh,
I do think the time crunch
it's like we were playing
what's
chess.
getting me.
Yeah, it's like we were playing chess, and our sights were set on the queen, and all of a sudden a king slid in, and we were like, oh, we got to deal with this before we can get to the queen, you know?
I love chess and I
Or
love strategy.
that's
and
not
if
what
a king slid in trying to get to me, I would say, great, perfect. And I think that's our two different approaches.
I meant queen instead of the king. I switched those.
I'm someone that looks at this, and you know me, I love the ones and zeros. I love ones and zeros. I think with ones and zeros, which is sometimes good and sometimes bad. And what I'm thinking right now is, one, I think we're going into an environment, just regarding Meescore or whatever, I think we're going into an environment where naturally we're not going to have the upper hand in a strong way. Whether or not we're evenly balanced in terms of power, or physically, or socially in that aspect, who's going to be there, I don't know. He's going to be doing everything he can to like make us feel awkward and weak and ill-prepared, whether the people that are there at dinner, to the abilities or things that he's prepared in his chambers or the dinner table, the food. There's a lot of unknowns, and I think that I'm thinking of, there's a lot that we can do in a day, and there's a lot of rules and abilities that we can abuse in this game system to give us the upper hand. And I don't know if it's needed or not, but I think that there is a give and take that comes to risks, right? I'm also thinking about it in an ultimate price kind of aspect. I think that for some reason this dude hates us. He has a large degree. He has more malice towards us than I think anybody else that we face. And I don't know if that's going to go away after we die, especially if we do things to annoy him up to that point. So worst case scenario, we go in, we fail, he wins. I don't think that's going to prevent him from hurting the people that we love.
I mean, trust me, I get everything you're saying. Like, I smell everything you're stepping in.
Oh yeah. I think it's a great idea trying to plan with Tello about what's going to go on in the castle. If I were him, what I would be thinking is, one, are they going to bring Tello? Or are they not going to bring Tello? Right? He probably knows where we're keeping Tello's family. He probably, I bet that he knows.
He might not, because Valek is.
Maybe he doesn't. Valek is really powerful.
Could be one of the people that is more powerful in the world.
Where I was going to dovetail from that is that, like, are they going to bring Tello, or are they going to keep him hidden away where his family is? If they do bring Tello, he has a lot of knowledge about this place and me and where I live, or at least what I've allowed him to know. Am I going to switch things around or make them think that they're comfortable or have a plan just to kind of rip the rug out from under them? I mean, there's a lot of different moves this guy can make in his home, his castle that he magically controls, in a nation that he rules. So yeah. I think planning with him and getting a good idea is a easy foundational choice to make. What curses are y'all talking about the magic items, other than her being able to scry on us? Like, what curses?
Okay, I guess my question.
The thing the item that we got.
Oh, the Zorgrim scale?
Yes, and I'm sure that there are some very powerful magic items in there. I know that we did get some powerful magic items.
Sorry. I want this to be all y'all. And I just want you guys to know that I wrote down another 0.01 XP for the way you all are handling this, because this is actually a pretty tough choice, and I want to talk about it a little bit more at the end, but some of the specific ways you guys have been handling this just makes me really glad I'm your DM and you guys are amazing players. But I only want to hop in, not to make your choice for you in any way, only to provide helpful detail. This should not make your choice for you, but just as a reminder from something a very long time ago. You do remember that not all, but most of what you got from Meescore's menagerie was cursed. Not all, but most. So the cursed was real, the scale was real bad. The heart also came from there, and that's where, this is something funky on it. And then, as you guys found out from the last session, whatever, the dagger was also minorly cursed. Now, I think dagger? You guys... the one that you gave
The
away
dagger you gave to the chickens.
to the chickens. I mean, you haven't.
No,
had
that came from the
What's
heart.
the Zorgrim dagger?
That came from the scale. I had that custom made by a blacksmith.
Oh, that's right. And so that's why it was minorly cursed.
Yes,
Right. Okay. Sorry.
because it was from
And then
the Gretta scale.
what was the last thing? Well, anyway,
Uh,
all I am saying, and then it's back to you guys. This really shouldn't guide the conversation. You all are aware there is a high correlation between Madame Miscour's and cursed items. She probably has items that aren't, but there is a monkey paw vibe going on with that place. Doesn't mean it's the outcome for everything there. You just, I don't want you guys to not know something you would know. That's my whole way in. Please go back to what you're doing. You're doing great.
In order to figure out whether, like, we're gonna fight, today today is happening. If tomorrow we fight her, and then the next day we have to be at the castle, we're gonna use our spell slots fighting Miscour, and then we're either gonna use the rest of our spell slots to identify items to see if they're even helpful, or we're going to identify them the next day and then use spell slots that we could need. Even if we have the spell slots to get there, I don't know if we have the spell slots to know if these items are useful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like we can ask her court. Well, we could maybe. No,
I
we
think
couldn't.
there's a multi-level of benefit because identify, is a first level spell. So, but I think that spell economy is something to consider. But also, we're very close to level 14.
I feel like, is that why you want to do, I'm just going to straight up ask, is that why you want to fight Miscour first so that we are a level higher? Not to mitigate,
that would be really helpful. That would be
your...
really helpful. I mean, I don't know how much
Or at
experience
least right
we'd
there.
get from it. I think it'd be a big difference to go from level 13 to 14. I mean, we're like 0.34. We're almost 0.3 away. Yeah. We're actually, if you round up, we're 0.3 levels away. And so I think a fight with her would push us over the edge, which would be very helpful. So even if we can't identify magic items, even if it's a little weird, a little funky, if we went in after that as level 14, I think it would make a big difference. Let me see.
I guess the question is, I mean, are you... I don't know.
I think that we're very,
There's a million different ways we could prep. This isn't the end-all, be-all answer. I think it would be a risky choice that could provide a lot of benefit. And it's just a question, is the risk worth it versus the benefit?
I don't personally think it is.
And I think
as a player or
very
as
reasonable conclusion
what my character would want to do.
I think that purely mechanically, purely because of any items we might find and purely because of we might level up, I think the risk does make sense. But I think that it doesn't make sense to yes, we can talk to the city and have them guarded, and yes, not all the items are cursed, but I just don't know if it makes sense time wise and item wise to do it.
I think that the only reason why I think it might be a stronger possibility than you guys do is because 1.5 levels ago we were told that we could most likely beat her with a challenge. So I think that now it's a little bit more. I feel even more confident about it. I think the issues that I see.
That's not my issue.
Right?
That's not my issue. I don't think it goes with the story.
Yeah.
I don't think our character, if I was Rowena, if I was in this position, I don't think it would make sense for a lot of the party. Maybe Bazz. I can't speak for him. I can only speak for myself and what I believe Ro would do. But I don't think it would make sense to, especially Ro hasn't even ever met Madame Miscour, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she, from a story standpoint, to go and fight a hag and then immediately just be okay, we got some items, let's go fight a count. I don't think her brain, she's gonna need time to process. I just, from a story standpoint, I think it's just trying to I think it's you're on your way to a big meeting and you're oh, but let me go to Six Flags first. That's my
I totally get how that feels. I totally
My
agree.
thought
absolutely
process.
agree. Like Greta would not leave Tello in this state. Like that would not. It doesn't make any sense. Like story and character wise. That doesn't mean that I'm not like open to doing it. Like I get that we're playing a game and also doing a story, but I just think that I had such a good thing. Like I really truly like. Yes, we were told that we could take this, and that was a while ago, so we could definitely take it now. But I hold that with the exact same amount of weight as, look, guys, look at this big push that I'm giving you. Those are the same in my eyes. Like
Yeah.
And
I think this is actually exactly
if it was time
what.
to do me score, we would be getting a me score push. And I don't want to like put all of the pressure on other people to take action. But when the story is moving somewhere, I think it like when you're getting a hint from the sky, I think it makes sense, you know?
That makes sense. I think that for Bazz, this is like looking at a chessboard more than it is kind of like I guess more than it is for Greta or Ro. For him, he's like looking at like, all right, here's the state of things and here are the choices that we have to get ready for it. And this could be, a thing where like the voice in the sky is like, hey guys, just go do this thing. I'm already leading you there. It's fine. But I think that there's going to be some, oh man, how do I say
It's gonna
this?
be hard.
There are ways for us to make our way in this story, and some things may not be the right choice because it's just not how it's supposed to be. And who knows what MeScore's done since then? It could be a completely different story. She's just as fluid as we are, so could be awful analysis. But I think that just like how we have taken things in the past and made them a lot easier based on how we approach situations and made choices, I think that we have that opportunity on a larger scale here. And, it doesn't mean that it's guaranteed good. It could be an awful choice. I just think that for Bazz, it's like looking at a chessboard and being like, how much time do we have to make moves and what moves do we have available to us? What do we have the opportunity to do based on the abilities that we currently have and what we'll need to have when the time comes for the larger fight? But I also see the need of like, there's a lot of emotional instability right now, especially with Tello. Bazz would honestly suggest not asking Tello not to go unless Tello wants to, like giving him the option, like take him back to his family.
Yeah.
I honestly would try to like tell him to stay back, to not go, because if there's one thing, if he can't have us, he's gonna try to take Tello. And the question is, are we gonna stand for Tello or are we gonna fight?
There's one thing I've learned from Akatar. It's that you let them make their own decision. And if Tello wants to go, then he can go. And if he wants to stay, he can stay, but we're not going to lock him up.
On the one hand, I really love supporting what my friends love. On the other hand, I sort of want to start a little Akatar counter. And every time Jaci mentions it, there's just some sort of a consequence. But the second one is wrong, so I'm not going to do that.
You caused this, Zachary.
I did this. You know what? I mean, that's totally true.
I'm going to Google Akatar.
It's a book.
It's
Thorns and Roses.
Anyway.
Oh, it's the Smut series.
It's
yes.
That's what I said.
It's the Smut series.
Abby, love you, friend. Yes, it's Smut.
It's
I know. That's why when you and Hoffa were like, yeah, I'm really into this book, I was like, oh.
I'm moderately into the book, but that's okay.
Can we talk about?
There's no shame in that.
No,
There's
I'm
no
just
shame. No,
saying, when a woman writes
romance.
a book that has sex in it, it's automatically a fantasy smut book. But then you got Game of Thrones that's got all this other stuff in it. And
Game of Thrones is smut. Game of Thrones is smut. Yeah, they're both smut.
Yeah, but people don't call Game of Thrones smut. They hold it up at a higher pedestal.
Genre.
I just did.
Capital L literature has so much gross and weird sex stuff because it's written by men a very long time ago, and that's okay. But when women write it and women like it, not okay.
For sure, completely legitimate point, Jaci. They're just both smut. You're right. They're both smut.
I know, but society doesn't call. Society wouldn't look as down on me for reading Game of Thrones or something like that as they would.
No, I support you, Jaci. I agree.
You know what? Maybe we're arguing a technicality, but you are probably ultimately saying the more important thing. I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
And I want you to be able to air that grievance. That really sucks.
Thank you. I needed to. Okay. Now back to the show. It's fine that it's all smut,
that's
but I'm
okay.
saying as society, they
Jackie,
look down
very
on you
important
more.
point. Very important point.
Can
Anyway,
we get some
That's very
poetry
true.
snaps for Jackie in the house, you guys? Let's get some poetry snaps for Jackie. Come on, everybody.
You know why there's
Poetry
misogyny in my
snaps.
made-up world? So that Jackie can stand up against
There
it.
we go. There we go. All right. So,
Sarcasm.
all right. I'm down to figure out alternative solutions to this thing. The only reason Bazz suggests that, I think Bazz was not going to suggest that. That is something that I told Zach he was not going to do. The only reason he did it is because of the count. But he wanted to
Suggest
Suggest what?
To go after me score.
And that's what I'm saying. If you had suggested it pre-count, I would have been all in. I would have been like, let's plan
Bless
this.
you.
Let's go all Ocean's 11 on this. Let's get in there.
Put into a situation, I do think that me score is the best option. Better than Lashla, better than count. But now that
we're on a time frame, I don't think any of us are in any of our characters. And maybe I'm just too much a sucker for, okay, it has to go with the story. It has to go with what our characters would want. But I'm like, I don't see my character being like in the right mind state or Tello either to be like, you know what we need right now? Now that the count called us and summoned us to his court, you know what we need right now?
Yeah.
I gotta go kill a hag. That'll burn off some steam. That for me is like I don't feel it. But
it doesn't make any sense story-wise, but I understand that some of us are not like arguing story-wise. I also don't think that it is necessary logistically. And if it's not necessary logistically, I don't see a reason.
I think Bazz is approaching it a different way than you guys, and I think that is great, and like
That was
highlights the great different things about our characters. I think he ultimately is going to defer to what the rest of the group does, and honestly, I think that there's a million different ways we can handle it, and it's something that we're going to have to figure out together. And
is that not what we're okay? Yeah.
Well,
I just mean, I guess, like, the question is, like, is that, I feel like that is what we are trying to do. Are we saying that we don't want to decide this until we have, like, Micah? Like, what is...
I believe you all are
like it did say she deferred to Bazz.
I believe you are. Micah, I think Micah is going to show up and be like, let's go with
would a tiny level of DM arbitration be helpful here, or are you guys like, no, back off, we're handling this?
Jackie, what I'm trying to say is I want to work together to figure this out. I don't mean for this to be stressful or
no, I do too.
Difficult.
If you all want my input,
okay,
and if everyone doesn't, hold up a little gun sign at me right now, and I'll back off. Okay. I respect the gun signs. Also, not to distract us, but I was helping Hoffa take care of the little kids she takes care of at a pool today, and we went over to their house, and most of the toys were guns, like water guns and stuff, and then for the first time in my whole life, I went, wait, this is weird. But anywho, because when I was a kid, I was just like, cool, water guns. That's neither here nor there. I actually went ahead and added on another 0.01 of XP because I'm so pleased with how you all have handled this. You are not children that I need to condescend and be like, man, good job, look at your picture, so special, we'll put it on the fridge. Seriously, other DMs wish, right? Not a competition, but you know. I think you guys have nailed this. I think you guys have worked through this completely, in my opinion. Like, I think you fully handled this just now. I think all you have to do is make your choice, however you want to do it. To, like, come to a democratic decision or take votes. As best as I can tell, you all have fully talked out every point. I think you've gotten through how your characters feel, how it makes sense logistically, where each of you all stand, and that you respect each other's decisions. Like, it looks to me like you all literally solved the whole thing. I think all you have to do now is choose. And I don't mean that sarcastic or sassy at all. Like, I think you did it. So I think now the group just needs to come to the decision of how they're deciding and then choose. And otherwise, I really don't think there's any misses. I think you've nailed it.
I think it makes the most sense to go to the count first and do me score even right afterwards. That's how I see it.
I think that if we don't even really necessarily need to do her if we can beat the count. Like, if we can just, like, I feel like if we've just skipped over that completely, it doesn't even necessarily need to be something that we do. I think she's only useful to us if she's something that can help us prepare for something else. Unless, like, somebody just really wants to go fight her, then that's 100% fine with me. But I don't think it's, like, a thing that's, like, we have to do, like, on our trip. I think in some ways we've outgrown her a little bit. It's kind of like in those .io games when, like, you would become a fish and like that like ran upon one of the fish that was so bigger than you eventually, and now you're like the same size, a little bit bigger, and you're like, oh, I can just eat you now. I think we're growing to that level. So I mean, even if she's not like I don't think it's a necessary step, if that makes sense.
You see that? Do you feel like we're not ready to fight the count?
I feel like we don't know a whole lot about him. I feel like Zachary would not push us there just to metagame a little bit. I don't think Zachary would push us there if there was a 0% chance that we could come out of this alive. I think that what's going to happen is there's going to be a heavy cost. I think there's going to be a high cost. This is not going to be something that we go in and just have a big combat and beat the count and come out. This is going to cost us something, I feel like.
I agree. So if that's the case, if it's not just combat, why does I don't see how the level and the materials matter then?
Because the amount that we're going to have to pay is going to be dependent on what we can leverage and what he can leverage against us. And the more that we can push and pull against that effort, the less that it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. No matter what, it's going to hurt. But the amount of craftiness that we can bring to the table and the amount of abilities or tools or utilities is going to be a big factor, I think. And I could be wrong. This all could be completely wrong, but I've had a knack of reading Zachary in the past, and this is just my prediction. But I could be 100% wrong. So
I mean, I agree with you. I definitely think there could be a cost. I think there's always a chance of a cost. I also think, though, there's always a chance at defeating that.
For sure. Definitely.
I mean, I think when it came down to the count, I think there was going to be a possible. I mean, there was going to be a possible chance at.
I think it's so funny. Zach, like, we fully discussed this. We're all good. We just need to decide.
Well, I've pretty much.
I think we need to go.
I fear that you won't be satisfied unless we do go to Madame Miscore first, and I'm just saying that.
No,
because I feel like
this
you've
is black
heard
and white. I will think what I think, and I don't think that will change. But I will be 100% satisfied, even if we all decide. I think it's already decided. We're not going to go do Miscore first. We need to just go straight to the count and take care of that. There will be no sense of dissatisfaction, no matter what the outcome is, whether it's good or bad. If it's good, we win. If it's bad, we did our best. But I don't think I'm going to change my perspective. I feel strongly in what I do. I feel like I've done a lot of analysis, and I think it's the best choice and makes sense for my character. But I understand if there's a lot more question marks for you guys, and that if it doesn't make sense narratively for your characters, and we prefer to just do something else. And I'm okay with leaving it there and then heading straight to the count and proceeding with the story. And that's 100% fine with me.
Yeah, I think that's the choice that makes the most sense for me logistically and character-wise.
Let's go do it. Let's go hammer this guy home. And then we can have his castle at the end. It'll be so much fun.
If I'm wrong, you can have all the I told you so's you want.
I promise, Abby, I will have no I told you so's.
Okay.
0.
You can.
I mean, you know where I stand. I've made it clear. But
yeah.
I don't think. I know you said, well, if we don't do it now, I still don't think it's off the table to eventually knock Miscore off the playing board at some point. I think it would just be a good thing we do for the world.
if we don't do it, like, if we're not under a time crunch to decide, that gives us a lot more time to, like, look at the hag situation. closer if we want to.
I think we need a deep
I
dive
imagine you've
one
already looked
day
at it,
on that situation and
Yes,
decide
I-
in what order we're taking down the hags.
And
That's going to be a y'all two main decision because
this is a completely different topic, but where Bazz is, there are no sides in a hag triangle. There's just the ones that you kill first. And probably what the order is going to be is Madame Miskor, the Coven Crown, and then maybe Baba Yaga. I don't know how that would happen. Maybe she comes and hunts me down and attacks us in our sleep, and Spagoober has to finally use the dragon whistle. I don't think there's going to be a side we take. They just want something that one of them has, and we're pawns in the middle of that triangle. But
I
the
figured
conflict
we
is
would
just
end
gonna
up
happen as it
fighting all
happens.
of them. I'm with you. It's just y'all
There's no
needed to
strategy
decide
there. There's just violence.
what
There's just
order
violence.
if we could play any against each other, all of that good stuff. So
I don't.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, it's a whole different conversation. I don't think there's any
I'm just
strategy
saying
there. I
that's-
just think there's violence, and I think that the lowest ring on the totem pole is Miskor. I think that the next rung up is the Coven Crown, and the one above that is the Baba Yaga.
I agree.
And like I said, I'm totally chill with like.
I
Y'all know
think we
that
might go
more
through this
than
whole
I do.
campaign and not fight the hags. I think they're just going to get swept in.
Possible.
Yeah, I think we have a better chance of going to war with the Kuo-toa than the hags, to be honest. A Wish was cool, but then we had 5 casts in a row in front of us, and it just was like, Baba Yaga. It's like, what? Baba Yaga's going to cast 1 Wish? What is that going to get us? We already got 5 of those suckers. Come on, get in line. I mean, like, that's like what was cool to us 3 levels ago is like run of the mill today, which is crazy to think that a Wish would be like, oh yeah, a Wish, we got 4 of those in a row. Cool. All right, so we are going to the count. We are gonna go roll up on lore.
Let's you guys nailed it. Let's sink back into roleplay.
All right.
And have you guys choose those concrete next steps, and then if you guys are okay with it, let's like take some of those steps in some form and end the session there, because I think that will be a very narratively satisfying way to do it. Not something that moves to a point where it's like, oh shoot, okay, well catch up, Micah, but like, you know, like, we are stepping through the door, we are starting this, and I think it'll start us off on a very clear note tonally next time.
Yeah.
And also give the DM a ton of clarity on what exactly to plan.
Commit.
Yeah. So,
Commit to the
sinking
bit.
back
So
into
we need to figure out whether or not Tello is gonna come with us. So I like to think that Greta and Bazz and Ro just like sat in a circle and like stared into space for a little bit while
I
we
don't think
had
we
our
need to
discussion.
rehash the whole conversation.
No,
Honestly,
no,
it'd be
no.
okay if we
Conversation
just
in
skip to the
character.
actions, because we know what's gonna happen, and I think the listeners don't need to hear, you know, a back and forth. I think it's fine. I think we can just.
Is Tello gonna come with us, or is he
That's
gonna
the
stay?
thing.
I think Tello gets okay. I'm going back into Rowena. Let's just say
Okay.
that we had this conversation as
Stared off into space.
Yes.
We
Like
talked
zooming
about
in there.
Big Mike for a
Yeah.
little bit.
and then we're waiting on Tello to come back, and I say, I think that's for Tello to decide on his own. I mean, if he doesn't want to go, then I will respect that. But
For
I
the
also think it's
purposes of this,
his.
Tello can absolutely come back. I mean, I'm not gonna
Okay,
force
yeah.
you guys into a situation where you have to hypothetically play it out instead of.
Yeah.
And Greta, Ro, you're in charge of this house. You can have little bells in people's rooms. You can mentally ring or something. You know, I
I go send one of my little
Actually, Abby's
mushroom
face-
guys for him.
Immediately, yes. One of the mushroom guys gets him, and he comes. And
We haven't used those guys.
No, we
so-
have
Know
not.
about them? That's adorable.
There's little
And
mushroom guys running
Tello
around
was
this
led
house.
back into the room by what looks like a like Ro's interpretation of one of those little micronoid guys, who's just like
Oh,
it's
how
little
tall is he?
mycelia. Oh, not up to Tello's shin. It's mycelia are reaching all the way up to his hand, and as it leads him in, he goes, yeah, thank you, dude. And then
Mom's
he looks
gonna
up at
love
him and
that.
goes-
Shout
His
out
name's
to Mom.
Toad. His name's Toad.
It looks up at them and goes,
Does he look like Tello?
and then just like degrades into the floor, and Tello goes,
Goodness.
No,
That's a
Toad's voice is like.
Well, the main butler has a name, but we haven't revealed it yet. Yeah.
So Tello walks over and goes, okay, but we've reached a decision.
As far as we're obviously gonna go, but I think I mean, I don't personally think that we can make you go or make you stay. So it's to go with us. So
That's not the boat we've been in for a really long time, bro. We can talk this out. Let me know what you need. I'm not worried about anything like that. What's the plan?
Well,
Can we just tell her, or do you want to?
it's
You don't have to.
you don't have to. It won't hurt
Tell her
us
just
or anything.
Sits down in one of the chairs and just stares at the tree for a second. And he looks at the glass of whiskey and he just pushes a little further away on the table. He doesn't sip any, he just looks at the chair. Or at the tree. And he does that for like a good little bit. And then finally he looks back at you all and he says, I think it'd be useful. I know that place well. And the Count kept a lot of locked doors. So that's in my skill set. I don't want to go. But I am so tired of being scared of him. If we're doing this, you know what? It's actually really simple. I won't let you face him alone. So I'm going. Unless you tell me, if you all tell me, tell her we've thought about it, and it seems like a really bad idea, I trust you all. And as far as I'm concerned, though I am infinitely more suave than all of you, and slightly taller than Bazz, I still feel that you all are generally wiser and have a larger perspective than I do. If you think it's not a good idea for me to go, I won't. I trust your magical understanding. But otherwise, the Kefkin Empire couldn't keep me away. So, I go where you all go.
I look at everyone and I say, what do you guys think?
I think that was a question to the...
Yeah. There's gonna be... I mean, on one hand, Tello, as your friend, I want to shield you from it and not make you face everything that he represents to you.
He just
nods. And I don't want you to have to go through it.
You and me both.
As someone who's fought alongside you multiple times now, I don't want to face it without you.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we're all friends, family to each other tomorrow. But maybe today, maybe tomorrow we're Fungi's the family. But maybe today we're Fungi's the Force.
Yeah.
It sounds like a plan to me.
I'll go with you.
Can we head out tomorrow? Or give it another day?
Why don't we tree over there right now and go to the same tavern that we all started and have a night there?
You think he can watch us?
Yes.
Yeah, he already.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Rose necklace is really powerful. This is the most important thing I can tell you about him. The Count does things when he wants to. I think he has set this field up to his advantage. But I also don't think we're ever going to find him another way. I've never seen him in a state other than prepared and careful. So I think we just face him.
Yeah.
I don't know about their way, but if you're worried about something, yeah, you probably should be. I've seen you all do things I could have never imagined. So,
as we go there, or before we go there, or whatever, I think you should tell us everything you know about his magic, the way he acts, his place.
Actually, yeah. If we're gonna go, I'll tell you everything I know. Yeah, I'll tell you everything. And in fact, thinking about it, I think that's the sort of thing where I'll give you a lot of the key details outside the session, as a disembodied universal voice. Maybe things about like architecture and stuff like that. But then the really important character stuff I'll say in session, maybe in a dramatic moment before things happen.
Sick.
Nosebleeds.
Bro, maybe you could give him a bad dream before we got there, just to mess him up and I don't know.
I mean, I was chill with messing with Loshla because she's not very magical and doesn't really scry on us, I don't think.
That's a good point. Yeah,
I'm a little worried about if I step into his dreams, if he might yank back.
Okay.
I mean, you guys didn't even want me to go into his dream and ask about a teleportation circle.
Maybe we just go to the island and hang
Plus,
out
I don't
there.
even know what he fears most. I could try, but...
Is
like snails.
Is the party decided?
Snails.
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
So I would like to ask this question now, taking a step back to a sort of more meta level. I would like to ask if I think we should take one little brief narrative drive, and then we can close out. We are about to get to our finish time, but I'm not quite concerned with hitting it exactly, just because I want you guys to have all the time to take these quick last moments. But I do think we're coming to a natural close point. So from a larger scale, just as players, do anyone's characters do anything to prepare for this next day? Otherwise, I mean, I'm not telling you guys, I'm giving you a heads up. We'll just do a little jump, and we will open to the party arriving there, a brief thing there, and then we'll let that be the next session.
Are we bragging?
Can we somehow figure out that there's a long rest so I can re-prep spells and stuff like
There
that?
will, yes. It'll be the next day.
Yeah, that's my question.
So there will be a long rest. So please feel all the room in the world, cleric and druid, to prep your spells differently for next session. Is there any other preparation, like the sort of thing that needs to be done in character at table, or at table at least, to prepare for next time?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. The fun guys. What is the music for this?
Gretta would probably warn at least Spagoober of where they're going and the nature of this guy. His nature to go after his nature to go after loved ones, and she would just tell him to beware and keep an eye out. And for the sake of total transparency, she'd probably say that he mentioned Spagoober's name.
When you tell him that, a chill sort of runs up his spine, but he just nods and goes,
Understood. It might take some long shifts, but I think we're just going to have more people up deck now. I think we'll keep Naum with their crossbow on her. I think I'll just always have either Bilfrey or Prop armed, and I think we're going to start taking the strategy of just having the door ready to bolt. Also, the other day, and he pulls the dragon skill necklace out of his shirt, he goes, somehow I forgot to use this, and that's so crazy, because Bazz gave me specifically to use in such situations as the other day. I'll definitely use it again.
Okay, good to know.
He pulls out the setting stone and goes,
I also have this. So
yes, give us a call.
If anything goes wrong, the first thing I do is whistle. But then after I whistle, I'll send you all immediately if anything goes bad, okay?
Yes, yeah.
Are we all there with Spagoober? Or
yeah, for the sake of
can I just say, Spagoober, if something were to happen, if anyone were to try to board the ship or anything, we could get back here.
No, I know. That's
just
why
call us.
You all are the ones that call.
I know. Just know
Understood.
that
Don't forget our
we will
contract.
come back.
If we die, you get all our stuff. You got to find a new group of adventurers to go with.
Sorry,
you got
but
to use that.
the contract's in here now.
No, the contract was signed on the banks of Port Resplendissant, and it's
I
governed
know,
by
but
its
it
laws
was-
and
it was a
statutes,
meta
and
power.
is enforceable in its courts.
Okay,
So,
but I'm not going to take your stuff.
I'll haunt you from the grave if you don't do it.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't catch.
All right, but yeah, no, understood. I'll do that to prepare.
As people are leaving, she says, I'm sorry you even have to worry about this, but I know you can handle it.
Why? Greta, hold on. One moment. Just think about that. I mean, have a bunch of people not asked you to try and, like, help save the whole world? If you have to worry about that, then anyone who wants to support you has to worry about a little bit, too. I'm in this.
Thanks, Tina. We appreciate you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you all. You're my adventurers. All right, I'll see you guys later. He does that little weird smile. He does that little.
Oh, it's so long.
Yeah. All right. Go
Okay.
get them fun guys.
Aye, Captain.
He gets a little smile, that little naturally rare smile.
Okay. Does the party head out? And you don't need to know your spells right now. You can have that next session.
Okay, good. Sleep then. Yes, we head out.
With that, I don't know what music to play for this. I will play the original song I played. The party walks to the grafted tree in the wall. Are you guys teleporting or tree striding?
Balls, what would be better? I haven't been there, Balls. So if
that's true.
someone can
Probably needs to be tree striding.
describe it.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, I was planning on tree striding, but
Okay.
if you just really wanted to teleport,
No.
you could do that.
No, actually,
It
now
will-
that Jackie says that, since you guys have not, since Jackie hasn't been, Ro hasn't been there, that actually probably.
I really
Part
haven't
of
been there.
Yeah, it seems like the path of least resistance.
Unless your poop bucket friend has a teleportation circle somewhere.
Working through the tree stride.
Okay.
Pause. You cast, in a way, the spell most symbolic of the great druidic orders of your culture, and you cast it to go back to where you began, or at least where all of this began, where an accidental adventure first started. And as you walk up to that grafted tree in the wall, and you command it to open and tear a little hole through the realm, and we know, Jackie, I won't support this behavior all the time, but I love to love what you love. As the tree splits and creaks with light, and all 5 fungi step through. You all step out of. Lagath is not a place full of trees, but there are some. They're mostly in pretty bad state. So you all kind of stumble a little bit out of a tree that's just on. It's not good. It's doing bad. It is technically still alive, but it's this like desperate little like sort of like coastal pine that's in real bad shape. It has some needles left, and as you all step out of it, it like creaks, and as each of you treads out of it, the tree actually snaps and splits a little.
No, I was gonna cast plant growth on it when I got out.
And then you cast plant growth on it, and it lives. Okay, as long as you keep track of those spell slots. So you all step
It's a
out.
racial ability.
That's good, Landon. That was good. It's not.
It
I thought
is.
I thought your racials were the talk to plants.
Plant growth is under my race.
Oh, because at higher levels it's plant growth. Yeah. That was keen, Lando. That was keen. Okay, and then you heal the tree, and the desperate little tree just plods on it.
We have to have a way to leave, Zachary, if we need to. I'm not letting
There's
our
3
exit door
trees,
close.
but anyway,
Okay.
you guys step out.
And each one is very healthy now, and I grow it to as
Okay,
big as it's
okay.
never been.
And the trees are excellent. And
then I class talk with trees actually as soon as we get out. And I'm just,
if you want to, I'm always down with a.
I know you do the silliest tree voices.
I
Everyone
love-
sounds like they did way too much acid before I started talking. To them.
Yep. I don't know. It's just a trope. But as you all step out, Bazz and Gretta and Craig, who's not here, you all step out
Hello.
into.
In row?
Well, hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
You all step out into
Oh,
the
okay.
Gath. And in front of you is just the piss poor little hamlet. It's barely a hamlet. And dang it. The landscape is just barren, like fractured ground. There's like a rough stone beach leading out to a churning dark ocean. And in front of you are broken shale fragments, all ahead, and the town is set sort of to the to your right, sort of toward the toward the northwest is this sort of like stone rise that goes up for a quarter mile, over which like a brief stand of really sparse, not healthy forest. Like it's not even really forest, just trees in poor condition. Stand over that sort of like stone rise, that upward taken topography to your right, at the bottom of which, like this sort of like rundown slope of like mud and stone, is where the very brief town is set. And the town is nothing more than like a long-throated road, upon either side of which are set maybe 10 significant structures to a side, and then from a series on it, just just a scattering of maybe like 70 or 80 little houses over the distance of like half a mile all around, some over the rise, some on the other side. And then to the east, to the southeast slightly on your left, is after maybe like not quite 800, 1,000 feet, the topography, the ground like splits and builds up very quickly into this like mountain height. That is itself, it's kind of like the base of a butte that just rises up very quickly and sharply up and up and up until eventually it turns into the base of the small mountain, which is next to the slightly larger mountain that makes up the center of this very small island nation. The islands, it's not even quite subcontinent status. It's a little smaller than that. It's still a very big island. It's miles and miles across, but very small for a whole nation to be located on. And this tiny little backwater town, Lagath, is there. And the wooden buildings are all as you remember them. They are run down. They are battered by generations of storms. Many of them are, the wood at the top is rotted, and the shingles are, the buildings are covered in patch jobs and partial repairs, and the ground is a mix of broken rock and mud. And there are, as you remember, the last time you were here, it was the previous year's fall. And so it was, actually you guys are almost perfectly here a year later, almost. Or actually, no, it was the end of last year's summer. Anywho, so actually it's a little longer than that. But there is again, Poll ASD. There is again. Okay, all right. Glad we did that. There is again a really small showing from the town's population. Landon, you're muted. This is the way. There's a very small showing from the town's population in that, like, you all can see at this time maybe 5 or 10 inhabitants, just grimly crossing streets and walking between buildings, maybe 400 or 500 feet down from you. And there is, out at the edge of the Broken Rock shore, that just rinky-dink dock that only goes one direction and is like half falling in. Oh, I'm sorry, Landon. I didn't mean to delete it. I just voted, and then it went away. So
I deleted it.
I clicked vote, and then it disappeared.
No, I deleted it.
Oh, okay. Understood.
I wasn't gonna let you fall for what I did.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Another healthy example of teacher is their homework. And the really key distinction to make at this time is that as you all return to Lagath and see the landscape, there are Actually, there are 3 really important things to point out. 1, the environment is very different than you remember it. You all are finally out of the neotropics, and as you stand here in the first winter month, Lagath is pretty far south, and it is cold. You all step out of the tree, and immediately you all are in probably like 20 to 25 degrees Fahrenheit temperature, made so much the worse by this very near proximity to the ocean. Cold ocean wind is whipping up off of the ocean, and the ocean nearby is much more virulent, and the ocean is angry here. Oh my goodness, Jackie, you gotta stop. Here at the
I'm
edge
doing
of the
it now.
the ocean is just churning, and it's just slapping the docks. You can see now why there's probably no shipping at this time of year, because the ocean is just smashing into the docks and frequently passing up over there. There's no one at the dock. No one is attending it. There's no equipment there. You get the feeling that the town is probably pretty closed at this point of the year. And in fact, sort of halfway up that rise and scattered up over the top of the trees is some snow. Not a lot, not like drifts and banks and inches, but it's just like a Dallas snow, like crappy little frozen spots here and there, and there's some ice frozen along some of the mud in the ground. The second thing to note is that you recognize all of these buildings in the weather, and across the way you notice the tiny hut on the edge of town, belonging to Bessa Oud. And some ways away from it, you see there is in that far distant rock rise over there that turns into like the base of the butte that goes under the mountain. It's the smaller mountain next to the larger one. There is that fracture in the stone that led down to that cave throat that led to the Kuatoa population you traveled so long ago. And now it is not as it was. There is a wooden brace structure over the top with sort of like supports at the side and struts that support it in either direction. And there is a little sign in front of it with something written on it at a great distance. So it's like some sort of it's more like amenable or passable at this point. And as you all look out into the residents of the town to your right, you notice among the very few individuals walking back and forth, there is a Kuatoa or two dressed in warm clothes, walking among the citizenry of the hamlet of Lagath. And no one, they are just among the population and appear to be walking back and forth. So that's a very interesting development. And the last thing you all notice, could I get a perception check from it? Could I get a perception check from it? And this is the note for which we will close out the session.
I got a nat 20.
Oh.
So that's
Perfect.
That's a 32.
Holy crap, of course it is. That's your second nat 20, Jay.
Oh.
What'd you get, Greta?
Music.
8 plus... Wait, 18 plus 5, so 23.
Bazz?
You're muted.
This is the way.
I also got a nat 20. I got a 26.
Oh, so fun. And the reason all 3 of you pass, Ro, it just stands out to you. How could you have ever missed it? But Greta and Bazz, what you see now that you missed the first time, just because why would you have been looking for it, is that far up away, so there's that smaller mountain, and then the larger one rising up from it, only a couple miles away, up the cliff, you can see now what you just weren't looking for the last time you were here, is far in the distance, there is a small city. Just like a coloration on the side of the mountain, but indeed structures, and up from a small cliff, and you can see very far away, overlooking that city and overlooking this whole northern face of the nation, maybe 3 or 4 miles away from you, maybe 3, a little less actually, 2.5, 3, is just this tiny little dot, or like little shape on the edge of the cliff face. And it is indeed a very small castle. And as you all look at it, you see this place from so long ago, where you didn't know your lives were going to change. And looking away up into that castle, there's this bizarre layered feeling. And you cannot help the feeling that the castle's looking back at you. And that is where we will end episode 147. Served cold. Great session, everyone. In a strange way, I would not have hoped that it would have gone so well, so to speak. Very pleased with it. Very fun. Excellent stuff. For the totals here, you guys gained. Okay, and then another because you. Okay, a pretty substantial XP gain, actually. Even though not much was technically done, it was what was done and how. You guys gained 0.0. I'm gonna list it, but I'll give you the total in a second. 0.02 for the adventure. 0.02 for the way that you guys negotiate everything. Talking about that really briefly, I don't want to condescend to you all as if to tell you all what was good about it, because obviously you're adults and you understand. But that is the sort of... I've never seen that kind of a conversation go that well with a D&D party. Maybe listening to Critical Role or something. But what I mean to say by that is that, like... I mean, I've seen players make big decisions like that, but ones where they all disagreed so much and so meaningfully, I have rarely seen negotiated so well. And I think that's just a reflection of, one, how much D&D you've played together and how you've learned to work together, but just the way that you all are friends and how you have respect for each other. The things I really want to praise you guys for is how just you had so much patience and respect, and there was so little accusation or character assassination. Just the dopest way to go through that. I don't know. That really felt like 4 years of friendship in D&D all together culminating. So massively proud of that. And then 0.01 for deciding course of action, 0.01 for the roleplay involving the count, and 0.01 for returning to the place where the campaign began and setting a little thematic circle there. So 0.07 levels for this session. 0.07. What is our new total?
765.
13.765?
Yeah.
Fun, guys. Oh, that was unintentional.
Huh?
Okay.
Excited to be back in the gaff. I never thought that we would come back here. I never ever did.
I've had a session title for this for forever, and I'm very excited.
Oh, I'm so happy that we're
Listeners,
also
we will
sad.
have some amount of our own conversation to our own, but we wanted to tell you, first of all, if you've been here from the start, this is so very fun. Thank you for coming on us with this whole thing. This is a little moment in the campaign I've been waiting for forever, so that's really fun. But more than that, we would love for you to know that life is an incredible adventure, and you are indeed a very important part of it. Skibbity-wop and data.
Bye.